Yo, I put it like wow, this that sound. These oaks don't work hard like me, I hope they know by now. Bayo Bab, stand my ground. Bro, these money trees go overseas like Percy Tau. I make sure you stay around, quiet when I'm under loud. No negatives allowed, me and positivity took a vow. I always play to win, don't anticipate loss. Mind always in the clown, my boy. Never think about the drop, never ever ever think about the drop.
Welcome to it, sports fans. It is the MKT Show. It is a public holiday in the Republic of South Africa, but those don't matter because you're listening to a podcast in Azerbaijan now, so that doesn't mean anything to you. You are hard at work and have been hard at work probably for 19 hours already. So, you know, it's a new world. It's not linear television where you're just watching stuff from people where you live. It's a brave new world. And it is at this stage, it is important for me to announce something which was a heinous oversight on this show. Patrick Stewart was Captain Picard, which I knew, and not Captain Kirk, because the great William Shatner was the actually Captain Kirk in the original. And we did get somebody on social media, McKelly, correct us there, but that I am sorry about, because that I knew as a Patrick Stewart fan. And where do you go from here? I mean, I'm capable of anything from here, you know? I could say Adolf Hitler died in Germany. I might as well, or in Argentina. You could just start believing in that. You could believe the earth is flat. So I must apologize to people. The great Sir Patrick Stewart is Captain Picard. But William Shatner, who most of the young people would know, what's that terrible Boston Legal? Yeah, he's that William Shatner guy. Him, that's the guy who's William Shatner, Canadian guy, unbelievable. He's Captain Kirk. So, Sensor Teba just had to make that apology.
Yeah, well,
because you kind of led, you agreed with me down that merry way. You didn't correct me.
I apologize as well. I must also apologize because I'm also part of this mire that happened.
Although I don't blame you, I believe in taking full responsibility. If somebody jumps in a fire, it doesn't mean you have to follow them, right? I wouldn't have jumped in a fire if you jumped in a fire. That's completely on me.
No, I get that, but I mean, me agreeing with you, knowing we're feeding people.
So do you apologize as a different entity from me at this stage?
Yes.
So you take full responsibility on your own?
Yes, because I also left you.
No, that's not good.
You know,
that's not good.
Evil prevails when good men do nothing.
Well said. That's Spider-Man. Huh?
I don't know.
He says something along those lines. Sword in the one thing. Tom Holland is the new Spider-Man.
Oh, it's not really new. He's 2 movies in now.
Including just in the Thanos movies? Or?
No, just as Spider-Man.
Oh, are there separate Spider-Man movies where he's been Spider-Man twice?
Yeah.
So he's been in 4 films as Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Money. How old is that guy? He looks 15.
Tom Holland's like 20-something. Wait, let's find.
Good for him, dude.
So,
wow. He's been in arguably the biggest movies of the previous decade and this decade. And he's been in 4...
Tom Holland's 25.
25. And those movies were shot, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
2-3 years ago. The first Thanos movies 5 years ago. So he was 20. Balling out.
Right, so he's been in as Spider-Man. He has been in... I'll tell you now. Roll Peter Parker Spider-Man. So his first one was 2018.
2018. So that's 3 years ago.
Yeah, well...
So he was 22 years old.
So the ones he's been in as Spider-Man is Spider-Man Homecoming.
Uh-huh.
Avengers Infinity War.
Uh-huh.
Avengers Endgame.
Uh-huh.
And Spider-Man Far From Home.
When were the Thanos movies?
They came out in 2018 and 2019.
So 3 years ago. Oh, so in that year, he was just all of the money in the middle of the table, put it in my bank account.
Yeah, so, but the first Spider-Man came out, Homecoming came out in 2017. So he's been Spider-Man.
He's 21.
Yeah, he's been Spider-Man for 4 years.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. I love it when young people...
And there's another Spider-Man coming out. Spider-Man No Way Home.
When's that coming out?
It says this year, but I think it's probably next year.
What do you think that guy's earning? $20 million a year?
Yeah. And he's in Venom as well. So it's 6 Spider-Man. 6 times the Spider-Man.
What's he earning? $20 million a year?
Yeah, probably, most likely, yeah.
20 million a year, they'll bump him 10 million a film or something.
Yeah.
And then can you imagine what his image rights are?
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
They don't pay to act when you're Spider-Man. They pay to market.
No, hey, listen, big studios that put you on a retainer. Will Ferrell currently 50 million a year. I think it's Universal. Well, you got to retain the guys, otherwise they just go act for any studio. That's not good for business. That is not good for business. James, what you got there, pal?
Spider-Man No Way Home releases tomorrow.
Oh, does it?
Are you going?
And I'm very excited because I love Spider-Man.
But are you going to go to big screen? Because
I am going to try, but I've got quite a bit to get done before I go away, so I don't know. But I am definitely going to try. I do want to.
Is Spider-Man like a watch it at the big screen thing? Because I don't think all films are. Like there are very few films where like going to the big screen is going to change your visual experience. Now, a lot of people who work in film, and I've been really fortunate in my life to work in Hollywood film, so they really are into their thing. And like when I tell them, there's some movies I can just watch it on my cell phone. But there's a lot of movies which are actually better at home. They just
Spider-Man you should go to the cinema for.
Yeah.
Why though? Is it visually pleasing? Is it
Because of his-
what's James Cameron's Blue
Avatar.
People movie? Like Avatar's big screen.
Yes, yeah, you have to.
But now, because
Spider-Man as well.
why? What is he flying? Is he not in New York? Is he getting new webbing? What makes
Like there's cool like stuff that goes on
like what though?
His web slinging.
But what new web? Is it gold now? What can you do with Spider-Man? That's awesome.
So what they have done in recent years, and it's like inspiration from James Cameron's Avatar, right?
Uh-huh.
So they and Batman: The Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan. So what they do is they shoot a lot of these sort of heavily cinematic movies in IMAX or on IMAX, and then it makes those films sort of, you have to see it in the cinema, right? And it's like those big shots where it's like Batman's looking down on the city, and that kind of stuff has a different effect on a big screen than it would on like me on my little Samsung YouTube screen kind of thing.
You haven't really done a good job here convincing me, because let me tell you the greatest visual experience you can have in film in the modern age. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen Mad Max, you must watch it on a big screen.
It's ridiculous.
Now that's worth going to the film for. I don't know what Spider-Man's gonna do for me at the big screen. Like he's swinging in a city and it's New York from different angles.
It's aesthetically pleasing to watch him web sling.
Sure, but what if I got a 60-inch 4K TV at home? You know what I mean? With earphones. Don't worry about it. I got that covered. Whereas Transformers, the first one in particular, where they actually put some Transformers in it, I'm going to the big screen for that. Like Michael Bay, you've done some good stuff there. There's stuff coming at me. There's a visual experience. I'm a part of it. Spider-Man's he's swinging between buildings. It's just nicer color. We just clear it up. Okay, well, it's in 4K now.
Speaking of Tom Holland, do you know he supports Tottenham Hotspur?
I do know that. He tried to get Mbappe to come across. Kylian Mbappe had a laugh at that.
Tom Holland's also in another movie coming out with Mark Wahlberg. It's called Uncharted, and it's based on a game.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And he's Nathan Drake in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him, dude.
Yeah,
I'm happy for young people
and
making
also
money.
he's dating Zendaya, so good for him.
Was that an alien? Sorry?
Zendaya
Extraterrestrial.
Coleman.
Extraterrestrial.
No, Zendaya Coleman.
Zendaya.
Coleman, yeah.
Black.
Yeah, well, mixed race.
Zendaya.
Coleman, yes.
Where's she from?
She's American, bro.
Zendaya.
Yeah, Zendaya Coleman.
Hey, go get him. I Zendaya.
Yeah.
What you working with, girl? You're Zendaya.
Why are you laughing?
That's LaFonda levels.
Yeah, it is LaFonda level. Or maybe I'm just used to hearing her name. Like, I'm used to, because she's famous. So, like, now I'm used to hearing
Is that her real name, though? Can you Google? Please Google.
Zendaya. Her name's Coleman.
She started out on Disney Channel on a show called Shake It Up.
But no, wait. I need you to Google whether that's her real name or not.
Zendaya is a real name.
Is it not her stage name?
No,
it's a real name.
It's a real name.
Why are you guys so confident?
Zendaya Marie Sturmer Coleman.
Zendaya.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Mercedes, LaFonda.
Beyonce.
Yeah. Shanae.
LeBron.
Get him, girl.
Solange.
Hey.
LaQuanda. Taquisha.
Truth be told, I don't even know. That's like that.
Did I kill me though?
That's awesome, dude.
Did I kill me though? A mom is white. That's why.
No, but.
Do you think the dad made an
Who's the Ice-T, hey, he's the rapper. The famous gangster thug rapper.
Yeah.
Like, what's his wife or...
Coco.
See, when the white lady's that...
No, but Zendaya's mom's like proper white. You see like Lewis Hamilton's mom? Zendaya's mom's
I
like
was
that.
so shooketh to find out yesterday that Lewis Hamilton's mom is white.
Oh, but I told
I
you
had
guys
no
this.
But you can see he's got that hair.
Yeah.
He's even got that...
That complexion.
There's no dove. There's no dove for what's going on with
Lewis Hamilton, Drake, like you can see. Like,
No, yeah, there's...
if you saw...
That's not the
James,
original.
Have you seen Drake's mother?
No.
Go Google Drake's
He's
mother.
Canadian Jewish.
Go Google what Drake's mother... Aubrey Graham. That's his name.
My man's Canadian Jewish.
Aubrey Graham.
Is his old lady the Jewish half? Yeah.
Sandra Graham.
White. That's like...
Go, like James got...
Like
What?
There's
There's no way
Look,
this
it's
is
sure-
Drake's
Yeah,
mom. dude.
Sandra Graham is like a bookkeeper, white mom. You know how like, no, I only work till 3 because I'm a bookkeeper. You know what I mean? Like Sandra Graham is lily white. Wow. Zendaya.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break because I need to recover from hearing Zendaya being a name. Wowzers. And there's nothing wrong with it. I was just taken aback, you know. And having said that, because it's quite difficult for most people around the world to discern between African names. My name is particularly rural, by the way. You very rarely hear Mbulelo out in the hood.
Blessing.
Yeah, because it's one of those names. It's the Petunia of Xhosa names. You don't just hear it.
Yeah, you're right.
No, Mbulelo's very rural. Even it's an old person's name. Like you very rarely meet a young Mbulelo. So I'm a bit of a hypocrite there, but Zendaya has a lot to deal with. It's the MKT show. We got stuff coming up. Wow. Zendaya. How do you spell Zendaya?
How do you think you spell it? Have a bash. Have a go.
Z
Uh-huh.
E
Uh-huh.
N
Uh-huh.
D
Yes.
Y
No.
No.
I.
No. Zendaya. Zendaya.
That's proper. That be. I know what you're talking about. What's she? Hey, Spider-Man.
And she and you know
How'd she talk? Have you heard her?
Yeah.
Not like that.
Not like that.
Has she?
My mom is white, bro.
But how white? There's some white ladies out
Like
there.
no, mom's like proper white. She's even got the car and hairstyle.
She talks like she's very well educated. Like very well.
I don't know if James
Oh,
does.
no.
James knows what he's done.
Yeah, he's just did it.
I haven't done anything.
That's
I've just.
you get cancelled for that.
Yeah, you do get cancelled for that.
You talk like you're well educated.
Oh, and
You've actually. I know what you're thinking there. You think you've stopped the hole, but actually what you've done is asked your friend at the top of the hole you were in to just pass you a bigger shovel. Because James, what would you do? Me and my father sitting next to each other, and my father who talking like this, who's got a master's in chemical engineering from Cambridge. See, what would you do then? Would you say my dad talks like a man who's not educated? You see, that's tricky what you've just done there. Because you can still get a master's from Cambridge talking like what I imagine most people think uneducated people sound like. I'm not saying you're saying that.
but is your dad's first language English?
No, neither's mine.
This is Mbulelo's.
I just happen to sound like a white even though I'm not. Do you know what I mean? So what you mean is I sound like a white guy.
That's
Actually.
exactly what he means.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Which is not always educated. Because I think, obviously, living in your slum village, I'd imagine there's other white people where not very educated. But I won't judge you for that, James. Because I know what you meant. And you didn't mean it how I framed it now.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah.
No.
Although Zendaya is ridiculous, fam. That is meant. How did the mom let that? How? Okay, let's ask the question everyone wants to know. How black is the dad?
No, that's like black.
What's the dad's name? LaShawn. Is it like?
Wait. I like this.
Yeah. Because now we need to know how Zendaya happens. Zendaya doesn't just happen. You know what I mean? Like, why is her name not Michelle? What's the bully's name?
You're not ready for this one.
Come on with it.
You're not ready for this one.
Come on with it, Senzo.
Kazembe.
Yes.
Ajaumu. Coleman.
A Niger boy. Kazembe or Naju? Niger or Ghanaian? Anaju would be West African. So Senegalese.
He's Nigerian.
No, of course, a Niger.
Zendaya's mom is of German and Scottish ancestry, while her dad traced his roots back to Nigeria.
Zendaya Coleman. Good lord. Okay, well, good for Zendaya. Is Zendaya maybe a Nigerian name, and now I'm being ignorant? But I don't know. Zendaya's too much. That's too much. Black famous people need to have a meeting.
Yes.
They need to have a meeting. LaFonda and Beyonce.
LeBron.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
It needs to stop. You can't, like LeBron, you can't have a capital letter popping up.
And Beyonce with the copy at the end.
Yeah. That mustn't pop up. There's grammar rules, and I know people are going to say we need to decolonize, but slowly, guys.
Which?
James, go ahead.
So I did some research.
When? Last night or in the 1 minute since we last spoke?
In the 1 minute since we last spoke.
Okay,
so Zendaya is primarily a female name of African Zimbabwean origin.
How's the dad getting that now?
It's also from the Shona language of Zimbabwean, southern Zambia, I assume.
Yeah.
Shona's from Zimbabwe.
That's it.
Or Zambia. Yeah.
That's it.
So, but is the dad first generation American? Or is he, like, why is he now confusing? Because if he's Nigerian, why is he not giving her a Nigerian name? So he must be one of those, you know how the American black people annoyingly do the motherland thing? Where
like
Africa's
Sal Masekela.
Yeah. Well, no, Sal's all right because he's actually a bit of a local lad, but Sal Masekela. I met him at Sal Masekela. That guy's awesome. So I met him in Whistler at X Games.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But
he's the guy. They love him. Sal Masekela.
Sal Masekela.
ESPN. Come on, get him, Sal. So the father there must be that annoying American black.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Zendaya, whose name derives from the Shona name Tendai.
Yes.
Meaning, to give thanks,
No, but what I'm saying now is the dad's even more annoying because he's that black person in America that's going to shove it down my throat how African he is until he lands in Africa and then he's the most American.
Father's
person.
African-American, so...
No, but they always say that. You can be 9th generation American as long as you're
with
black.
With roots in Arkansas.
Can I add some spice to this?
Arkansas's down south, by the way. That's a tough life for a black man back in the day. Yeah.
Just to
Jerry's from, by the way, Jerry Jones.
He's from Arkansas.
Arkansas State. Championship winner. They won a championship while Jerry was in the team.
Bill Clinton as well from Arkansas.
He is very much, and he didn't have sexual relations with that woman. Go ahead, James.
Just to add some spice, Zendaya's dad is also her bodyguard.
Come on with it.
What?
I swear.
But it makes sense. Once you name your child Zendaya, I think anything's possible from there.
Come on with it.
I think
I'm for it.
I don't see you. I don't see anything being 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 2, 8, 9, 14. It's immediately.
This chick does everything, man.
Who's that?
Zendaya.
With a name like Zendaya, you could be anything between an astronaut and a hole digger. I wouldn't discount anything. Zendaya, huh?
Yeah, buddy.
And I know lots of Zimbabwean people. I've never heard that name, not once. Okay, well, shout out to her dad not knowing his own roots by naming his daughter a name that's miles away, by the way. For those international listeners, Nigeria and Zimbabwe are like New York and California in distance.
Not next to each other at all.
Miles away. One is south, one is way west, northwest. Like way northwest.
Yeah, it's like...
So he's being that black person. Is as long as it sounds black, I'm in. No. Sorry. Please don't associate me or confuse me with someone from Mali. It's insulting to both of us. It's insulting to both of us.
It's like Trevor Noah is saying.
What is he
that the one American guy said, "Yeah, Trevor, you must say hi to my friend Obasanjo in Ghana."
Yeah.
Trevor was like, "What do you mean?"
So, you know what I think people don't realize, like Americans and stuff and people like that, like Africa, just so you know, is big enough to fit the whole of America, the whole of China, and about half of South America into the continent. Like Africa is a massive continent. Yeah. Like the whole of America and China.
There are 53 countries here.
Fit quite easily into Africa.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, ooh, that's close. So sometimes people don't realize this. Like they think, you know, okay, well, it's just a place.
Like our country is quite big.
Yeah.
Like things are far from each other.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not like
Europeans panic here big time.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I'll tell you what shocks me every time. Germany's got a population of about 80 million people.
82 million, yeah.
And Germany fits on the back of a coin, of a 2 rand coin. It's the tiniest country in the world.
But
where do they all live?
But then again, that's why the Rona's got them.
Because they're all living...
82 million people.
So for the marketing for the Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley fight, there's a poster that they've released this week with obviously all the details and the times and all of that stuff, and it's got a list of different regions in the world, right?
Yeah.
For Africa, So it's got Europe, America, and it's got flags for each region.
Yeah.
For Africa, they've put a time. And next to Africa, they've put the South African flag.
What did they put next to Europe though?
The European Union thingy.
And what did they put next to America? The American flag.
Yeah.
What are the South Americans saying to that? Because by the way, America is 2 continents. A lot of people don't know this.
Yes. South America. And North
there are
America.
2 parts of America, and by the way, Canada wants to be on their own. So, okay. Are you looking at it right now?
I'm gonna bring it up. I'll find it and then I'll let you know.
Okay, because there's questions to be asked.
Honestly, bro.
So they put South Africa next to it. It's because we're really the most sophisticated market in Africa. When they talk about Africa, they really mean South Africa because we have DSTV.
We know things.
Yeah.
Do you know people come here? Do you know people come here, and they just like, I'm surprised things work here, and you guys know stuff. I'm like. And you guys are dressed like in normal clothes, like you guys are about that life. I'm like,
we've got 4 time zones on this continent.
Honestly, bro.
So they've put Canada on the Canadian flag.
Yeah, makes sense.
UK, which is the Union Jack.
We've got to ask the Irish people what they feel about it.
Are they not part of
UK? Ireland's not part of the UK.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They should say UK time. Ireland separately. Republic of Ireland, not Northern Ireland.
Not Northern Ireland is part of the UK.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Republic of Ireland needs to be
But how did that happen, though?
Well, how did what happen?
Northern Ireland not being part of the UK and a Republic of Ireland not. Like, it's weird.
James, you're into history? You want to maybe give us how the complications of the...
Look, I think it's
anything to do with the Catholic and Protestant divide at all, James?
I think you would do a better job at explaining it.
I don't think so, because you taught me some stuff about post-World War II, which I had never heard as a fact. So I think you might be able to help us. Yeah,
Hitler was down in Buenos Aires, just living it up.
Okay, can we just... I never said I believed it.
In the brain.
But what did you say, James?
I just said that that's a conspiracy.
It's wild that you'd put that out there. Okay. No, that is a very complicated. The Celtic region, very, very complicated. The Republic of Ireland and the Northern Irish even split on religious lines. Remember the United Kingdom, guy called, remember a guy told you he was chopping his wife's head off, James?
King Henry VIII.
Yes.
You look him up at all?
No.
Yeah, guy did some wild stuff. So he was like, Catholic Church, get the hell out of here. Because he did something called, and that's on the rise now, it's called getting a divorce.
All right, yeah.
And he left. He said, Catholic Church, I'm out. I'm the king. Get out of here. Basically split the royal house in half. And what he started was something called the Church of England. You'll see it. And then from there, the Catholic Protestant divide forevermore. The Republic of Irish, of course, we know where they went. A Catholic. I'm Robbie King.
What a royal screw up.
It's very funny. The Northern Irish, of course. Rory McIlroy. Rory McIlroy. Tight pants. Great driver. Very tight pants. His pants are too tight. That's Rory's problem. Left Caroline, Wozniacki, and everything went whammy.
And Bolin.
Started winning.
Have you seen the Lost Bolin girl?
No.
Or the one with Natalie Portman? When she's married to Henry. Well, she was Anne Boleyn, so was married to Henry VIII, second wife. And she got executed.
Yeah, well, stuff's going to happen. I mean, Henry, rumored to have had all of their heads in a glass jar.
He wanted to get his first marriage annulled. Henry VIII is the man, bro.
I got to get a divorce. Because, I mean, so James, any indication why he might have wanted to do that?
Why he
Might have wanted the divorce.
King Henry, right?
Yeah.
It's because none of his wives.
Not just the one. He wanted to divorce the one.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He chopped the others' heads off. So
Yeah,
you don't
because
divorce
they
someone who's dead.
wouldn't
I don't think.
birth a boy, right?
That's it. That's exactly what happened.
I don't know why he would want a divorce though. Maybe he got a boy but wasn't completely happy with the final product, and then
No, didn't get a boy. So why do you think getting a boy back then might have been a thing if you're the king of England? Do you think?
because then you have a predecessor. Is that the word?
No, pre's before.
Post-decessor.
An heir. An heir. James, an heir.
Jesus.
Yeah, but just... No,
Yeah. So James, marriage back then wasn't like now. So now you obviously people like you and Senzo marry for what reason, James?
Love and appreciation.
Yeah. No. So back then. So very recently, James, and I think you'd know only too well, I'd be happy to get your input here. The age of romanticism, about 150 years ago, changed the whole thing around that. But before, now age of romanticism is to say, I love you, let's get married, and that's the reason I'm marrying you. So before, like say King Henry, when he wasn't chopping wives' heads off, all marriage was to grow your empire and to pass on property. That was the only reason for getting married. There was no love or whatever. Very often,
business deal.
More often than not, in fact, especially at that level, right? Because remember, poor people weren't allowed to get married, by the way, back in the day. So people who may or may not know this, the proletariat was not a right to get married. So for those guys, you were married off by your family. And it was a strategic decision. Let's say, boom, you got to marry the Spanish Infanta because Spain's winning right now. And we need that allegiance because they got some stuff from the Caribbean coming this way. And it's a lot easier because there's lots of pirates as well. We don't have to fight them on our own.
That's what his one daughter did. Queen Mary. She married Philip II of Spain.
Now, Queen Mary, interesting figure. James, you know her?
Not personally, no.
Not?
Do I know of her?
Queen Mary?
I don't think so, no.
Mary Tudor.
Well, yeah. The famous Mary Tudor. You know anything about her? What's a good drink you've heard of by people that's good for a hangover?
Mary.
Bloody Mary. Why was she Bloody Mary, James?
Because she murdered?
Yeah, she certainly would. She would. Hey, you got in her way. She would take care of you. Now, the great or mental Bloody Mary Tudor, they called her. Reason for that was so her father, King Henry, split the church. So she said. So after she left, of course, her and her mother much maligned. What happens when you get divorced? You're a girl as well. Oh boy. Also very Catholic. She was devoted to the church. After some complications with her father, eventually when he died. All right, well, let's fight for the throne because I'm actually the rightful heir. When she took over...
you mean post-decessor?
yeah, that's it. She said, no. All these pretenders, hers from that second marriage, that's nonsense. She was known particularly cruel and very, very angry at her father, number one, for starting the Church of England and going against Catholicism. But following that, she went on a quite literally, bloody tear through anybody who opposed her, and she ran that place with an absolute iron fist. So Bloody Mary Tudor, daughter of King Henry, and cast aside by Henry. And if he hadn't done that, hey, we wouldn't have a cool name for a hangover drink, I guess.
It sounds like murder was just kind of like a trend back then.
Well,
it was tough, James. I mean, it wasn't Tasha's back then. Yeah, you had to keep your head on a real swivel back then. Yeah, I mean,
Or your
and also
head would end up on
On a swivel. Especially
yeah.
if King Henry was around and you were married to him.
Yeah.
Also back then, boy oh boy.
Did they really do that thing where they like decapitated people and then put it on a thingy?
What do you call that, James?
A decapitation.
Beheading.
No, it's called impaling. Now, a guy who's famous there, a guy called Vlad the Impaler. You need to look him up.
Oh, Vlad the Impaler.
And yeah, no. So what you're doing there is to let people know, hey, your best come correct.
Yeah.
Because this is the Iron Fist. So impaling, very, very real thing then, James. Very, very real thing back then. Yeah.
I wanted to make sure. See, I'm intrigued. Every day is a school day.
Intrigued by what?
Just the savagery of people.
Yeah, human beings. Vlad the Impaler. Whew. Man, just go and look that guy up. James, just a wild human being. He was so cruel in what he did that in one of the wars, or in many of the, like as they would try to attack what we now know as modern day Romania, right? He would stick so many heads. So let's say you like your first wave of soldiers come, capture all of them. He would stick all of their heads, right? Like on the hills or whatever it may be, leading to his sort of castle, wherever he is, to the point where many armies would turn back because they were so revolted. I mean, think of like bloodlust-filled savages. Even they were revolted by his level of cruelty. Vlad the Impaler, a cruel figure like maybe we have never known in our time.
But
Just
like,
he's in the Champions League of cruel.
But like, you know, all these guys are all cruel. Like even Shagamfit. Shazul was also very cruel.
Shaka.
So
Very cruel, man.
did you say Vlad the Impaler?
Vlad
Yes.
the Impaler. Yeah.
So this dude
Vladislav.
and Genghis Khan, which one are we?
Genghis Khan's a little
Bit more.
No.
Are they
more-
both in the Champions League?
more successful? So think
Yeah.
of, I mean, Sheriff are also in the Champions League, you know,
Oh, fair enough.
but Real Madrid
Yeah.
is Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
You'll-
Wait, I got a better one. Man United are in the Champions League. So are Liverpool. That kind of...
No, fair enough. Liverpool have what, 3 more than United, eh?
2,
Yeah.
3, yeah.
3 more. So okay, fair. I can't. That's a
4
different analogy.
And 4 more than Chelsea.
No, sure. So
And 6 more than Man City. Yeah? If we're making jokes.
you like that?
6 more than Man City.
4 more than Chelsea. Okay. No, Senzo jumped on that immediately. I wasn't getting involved, but
No, because James tried to minimize me. And then I minimize you.
that's called going to a boys' school.
Yeah.
That's called going to a boys' school. Because what you got to do in a boys' school is keep your head on a swivel, right? You're going to get bullied. That's going to happen.
Yeah, inevitably.
Ensure there's someone else you can bully immediately for your frustration, pain to go there, because otherwise you're going to become a human wreck.
Yeah.
So shout out to you. The conditioning is real. Vlad the Impaler, bad guy. Bad
He's a
guy.
bad man, eh?
Although there were lots of bad guys back then. King Henry VIII gave us Mary Tudor. I mean, pal, just stay in the marriage. I mean, maybe build her a different castle. Or what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Although back then you had to have a son, otherwise
Yeah, but
you knew when you
first
get
son-
old they will kill you.
But
off.
he did have a son before.
No, yeah, but
He died after 2 months.
that was the problem. Is
Yeah.
he had no living heirs. That's gotta have a living heir or post.
Post-decessor. Like predecessor, but post.
All right.
Post-decessor.
Well, there's a post decessor to this segment of the show. It's called the MKT Show. Oh, my 2 for 206. Marnus Labuschagne on 90. 2 for 206. The Ashes. Day one.
Did you see Josh Butler's catch?
I did.
But he's dropped Labuschagne.
Can't do that.
Can't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Because now it's over. Labuschagne goes on to make,
over.
150?
I like what you said, it's over.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah, hopefully Butler can bail them out.
Because right now he's stumped at how he dropped it.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, pal. 2 for 208. Marnus Labuschagne 92 off 239 balls. It was tough early on. Listen, the two old guys came back. They bowled well for about 15 minutes because they're geriatrics. But it's over now. Labuschagne's 239 balls for 90. But now it's all over. He's going to make...
Who's he betting with? Steve Smith, right?
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Who's the captain now, by the way? Sandpaper Gate? Forget that. I'm back.
What happened to Pat Cummins?
We'll talk about it later.
So Steve Smith he just said, one test he said, no, boy, come here.
Although, there's a ridiculous reason why.
I know it. Oh, yeah, I know what he did.
Absolutely ridiculous.
What's wrong with these Aussies, bro?
No, they're Australian. That's
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do. Rapscallions. Rabble-rouse. But a country built on rabble-rousing.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's talk some sport. It's 2 for 208, mate. I mean, that's Steve Smith glances it down past short-fine leg.
For 4.
No, just for 2. It's off the spinner. Joe Root now's bowling long hops. Pies.
He must be, because Joe Root, I don't know who he thought he was. 5 seamers.
But 2 of them are geriatrics. You're going to have to bowl at some stage.
Your part-time spin.
Hey. All right, let's talk about somebody who's not a part-timer. A legend retired yesterday from football at the age of 33. The word legend is overused now. Like, I'm seeing people...
But he is though.
I'm seeing people for Max Verstappen saying Max Verstappen's the GOAT. Like, shut up. Like, you could use it with Alonso, maybe. Like, these guys who've got multiple titles. Obviously, Michael Schumacher's the GOAT. We know that. Lewis Hamilton's... It's Lewis Hamilton and Michael Schumacher.
And then the rest.
Yeah. So, the GOAT conversation is those two in Formula One. Not for Max Verstappen. It's overused. And I'm sick and tired. But it's Twitter language, right? Sometimes now the GOAT... We caught up in it. Twitter's now, because it disappears and the timeline changes. So... Yeah. But this guy is a bona fide certified legend, and he's drawn his curtain down on his own career. And it's always nice in life to leave on your own accord. This time, fate deemed it necessary for him to go. The great Sergio Kun Aguero, has done it. 184 Premier League goals, second best goal scoring ratio of all time, behind some guy called Thierry Henry. You might have heard of him. 184 goals in 275 games is just electric. 5 Premier League titles, a Golden Boot in 14-15, 6 League Cups. I mean, they must change that to Man City Cup. A Europa League title at Atletico Madrid. 2 Team of the Year appearances in the Premier League. Twice he was in the Under-20 World Cup. He won that twice. And then in 07 he got the Golden Boot and the Golden Ball. That's when it was just silly, Argentina's team. And I'll tell you what I love about this guy. Very rarely in life does this magical thing happen. A child prodigy over-delivers. Because most child prodigies fail. 99.9% of them fail. But it's a beautiful thing when they deliver on the promise. Because Kun Aguero, I remember hearing about him when he was 15. Like, there's a new one coming. And then he went to Atletico Madrid, and it's like, oh, is that who you were talking about? And immediately... at a club that had Fernando Torres, they're like, Fernando, who? And this was the guy for 100 goals that he scored for them. And he exceeded expectation. Listen, I don't care how good you thought Kun Aguero was. You didn't see this. Nobody saw this at 18, 19. You thought, okay, tremendous potential. And I mean, for me, LeBron James, Leo Messi, Ronaldo, and Michael Schumacher. They're like, those for me, when I think of people, they were young, people said, oh, okay, that is the one. And they went and delivered. And Sergio Aguero, for me, has gone and done that. I mean, understated. Maybe learn some English, Sergio, because maybe we can market you a little better.
You lived up to expectation, actually.
And exceeded it.
Exceeded it, actually, because, like...
he's the 4th.
You know... And, also, for Argentina, his record's good.
Yeah.
101 games, 41 goals.
Yeah.
And the only reason he gets overshadowed in Argentina because there's another guy.
Yeah, another...
The godfather of his kid.
Piquito.
Bro, imagine you're Kun Aguero's son, right?
He's a small player.
Imagine,
He's a good player.
imagine you Kun Aguero's kid. Your grandfather's Maradona. Your godfather's Messi. Your dad is Kun Aguero.
Let's talk about that. I mean, Sergio Kun Aguero, the footballing side, legendary. Decision making, questionable. What are you doing marrying Maradona's daughter? Because, listen, here's the thing about people. You may agree or disagree with me. There's a reason you need to act correctly. Because one day you may be someone's father.
That's true, though.
And people say...
Your so-and-so's child.
And listen, for all we may deny, it's certainly true for me. I'm becoming more and more like my father. We are our parents' children. Where was Aguero going there? Because inevitably, especially while he was still alive, the dynamics were going to be... I mean, they had to get divorced in the end. And I'm like, Sergio, get divorced earlier, pal. Don't even get married to her. So we're going to question that or not? Is he too legendary for us to question?
Well, it did end in tears, so...
James, I mean, at some stage, Sergio Aguero, I mean, what are we doing marrying Maradona's daughter?
Hi, boy.
I mean, you yourself have become football royalty, and you married into football royalty.
So you're thinking he thought
Diversification.
together will become... What was it called when the Power Rangers would become one thing?
Morph.
Yeah, they would, and then he went, "Hey, Lionel, would you like to look after my child if anything happens to me?" And he went,
Like the Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he thought. I'm already a Japanese anime character, Kun, based on, hey, I'm already that. So that's Asia covered. The rest of the world, Maradona, and then Transcendence, Leo Messi.
That kid must become a lawyer. That kid must become a lawyer.
No, surf bum in Cuba.
If that child does not win at least one FIFA Pro or...
No, can't become a footballer.
Can't be a footballer. The pressure's too much, bro.
No, beach bum in Cuba. You're a surf teacher. No one knows. It's not a registered business.
Do you know actually whose blueprint he must follow? Callum Best.
No, although he's a little noisy as well.
No, he's calmed down. He's toned down a bit.
I have a journalist question.
Sure.
For both of you. So, do you think... So, obviously, he went to Barca and didn't play an awful lot before he's...
5 games.
Now
4.
retired. Do you think, like, 10 years or 20 years or whatever down the line, when he gets brought up in conversations or at events or whatever, do you think the photos will be of him as a City player or a Barca player?
Nah, come on, James.
If anything, I probably think an Atletico player. That's what I really think, because that's when he was Kun Aguero. Now he's Sergio Aguero.
Yeah, no, that's when he was Kun.
Yeah, Man City is very corporate. And also, he never got the credit at City because he was in a whole mix of Silva, and then there was De Bruyne, and then there was... I think Vincent Kompany's overshadowed that whole first thing. Just like he became such a monster. You know, Vincent Kompany was he's the... while he was playing... Yes, this guy's a monster. He was the owner of the company that did the security for Man City.
No way.
Yeah, no, real thing.
Oh, no, the company.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, no, Vincent Kompany. Diverse. Hey, they say diversify your portfolio.
But
while I'm here, guys.
Damn.
That's awesome, right? That's flex.
But my thing is,
That's awesome.
Man City, that 200 million sponsorship deal.
Where they sponsor themselves.
I love it. That should be in-house, boy. Screw outsourcing.
I love it.
We do everything in-house.
Yeah.
Vince, you've got that company, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just put it under the banner. You're already the captain. You know about security, right?
Yeah. How awesome is
You're a
that?
man of stature.
Yeah. It's so awesome. I've always loved that.
I love nepotism. That's nepotism at its finest.
It's beyond. It's so incestuous. Like, they've already got the Etihad Stadium. Etihad gives them a 200 million sponsorship. No. It's got nothing to do with us. And then
My
Vince,
cousin owns it.
yeah, Vince, come on with it.
Come.
Yeah.
So you can do the security, right?
Yeah, I heard. I once heard that.
I heard.
Someone told me that you've got a security.
let's give it a try.
Plus, you've got the company registered already. Let's save the admin. It's
the best thing ever.
Isn't it ridiculous?
But it's like...
Like, imagine he's getting off the bus. Craig, move, man. What did I tell you in gun training?
Craig, you need to secure the perimeter there. And you see that phone got awfully close to me. You know, it's the Manchester derby. We can't have people coming to Ronaldo like that.
What did we say in training?
What do we?
What do we say in training? Guys, do I do this for my own health? Do I organize the seminars for my own health?
Do you think he sits there with them? You know when people are busy having a kickabout, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he's got the walkie-talkie chilling next to the
Yeah,
coach?
the earpiece.
Okay, I've secured the perimeter.
No, earpiece.
Yeah.
They can't know that he's in charge of comms. The earpiece, yeah. While Man City is giving the talk at halftime, gentlemen, there was only 3 guys outside the door. We are billionaires, all of us, if you don't mind. This will come up in the Monday morning meeting. All right, back to you, Roberto.
You saw when Kun scored the goal. People, the crowd was getting too close.
Yeah.
So like, boys, I need you to dial that back a
Yeah,
notch.
that's not it. Come on.
It's not it.
You're a public-facing company. Vincent Company, just doing it on every level. No, but I think, James, I think they definitely remembered as a Man City player. I think that's where he cemented his legacy. Just all-timer. Yeah, Barcelona can forget. I mean, we know Barcelona are a pyramid scheme now. He's probably going to erase all of that anyway. He's going to get his PR team to...
You know who's relieved in this whole thing? Besides Kun?
Laporta.
One less salary.
Yeah, 400,000 salary or whatever. Yeah, like, did you see the meme for pretend crying?
Oh, sorry. It's like...
Yeah, that's another salary off the books.
It's okay, Kun. It's okay.
Yeah.
Take as much time as you need.
Yeah. But a living legend goes...
Oh, undeniable.
Yeah.
Undeniable.
It's kind of.
You in your feels about it yesterday already, Jamie.
I was about to say, I know you guys enjoy how I go into my feels about things, but it's kind of sad how it all went down, huh? Like leave City, which has been your home for
To go play with your
years.
best friend.
To go play with Messi.
My amigo, you
You
see.
play 5 games and then
No, Messi leaves.
oh yeah, Messi leaves.
A friend of mine sent me a message saying, is it because Leo Messi broke his heart? Is that why he
It's
has,
not broken now.
he has to retire?
Yeah.
Hey, James, you know heartbreak's a real thing, by the way. Like, it's a medical thing. People have died from heartbreak.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah, no, real thing.
I
It
don't
happened in
quite
my family.
understand the like.
No, but I think you're thinking of it like you got like a chocolate bunny for Easter and the ear's broken. No, it's not. It's not like that. It's on a chemical level.
What I'm
yeah.
saying is, I don't understand. Like, do your arteries just decide, I'm in pain,
No,
I'm just
bro.
gonna stop?
Have you noticed when people have been married for long, right? Let's say, because like with my great grandparents, like my great grandmother died in September.
Of what year?
2005.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought she was like the way you said it. Hey, that was
Like-
terribly communicated. I thought
4 months ago.
yeah, like your great grandmother was alive 4 months ago.
No, my great grandma. But I was fortunate enough to have one until I was 15. Yeah, so my great grandmother died in September.
At what age?
2005, like 78.
What? What?
Yeah.
That's young to be a great grandmother.
Yeah, but my parents had me when they were young, and like
Back then you had to though,
yeah,
because back then you had to have a lot of kids because
yeah.
the flu was a death thret to
Actually,
children.
yeah.
No, real
Yeah,
thing.
he's right. Yeah.
The flu would.
Because also back then, like we talk like Middle Ages. If you're Middle age or my age, hey, you were old. You were a bali now. You were signing out now.
Oh, 35 without a
35,
child.
yeah.
Although my buddies had me late because my dad's maybe the most academic man in the world, and he's just like, first I'll do my masters, and then we'll consider a child thing. There's no manga. My dad doesn't muck about with it.
But anyway, so she died in September, and then my great grandfather died in May.
Like a penguin. Your great grandfather's like a penguin. I mean,
Yeah.
once a penguin loses their mate, tickets, but
It's over.
says, I'm out of here. As a penguin.
Is that
But-
the sound penguins make?
Like kind of like that. You ever heard them?
Penguins are adorable until they.
I don't know.
bite you.
Terrible at walking.
They're cool though. Those ones in Madagascar. Smile and wave, boy.
No, that's not what penguins are really like.
No, I'm
though.
joking.
In real life, they're
It's a
just food.
joke. Now we went to, and they just crap everywhere.
Oh,
Boulders Beach.
yeah, that's true.
He was.
Yeah, I mean, not really useful birds. They're food, really. That's what they are in the food chain.
You're right. Actually, they don't serve any purpose.
They're not anything. They're just food. They're just food.
Surely there's some purpose there.
Well, what is it? Well, I mean, everything has a place in the
Yeah.
ecosystem, but they're food. Like
they're-
snails.
Like chickens.
Yeah, like chickens.
If you're an egg, if you make it as an egg, if you don't make it,
Yeah.
So,
you're an egg. And if you make it, you're gonna be Kentucky
so what
Fried
you're
Chicken.
saying is chickens are the penguins of the. No, wait,
Yeah.
hang on. chickens are the penguins of the land. No,
Yeah. No.
penguins are the chickens of the sea.
But penguins don't just live on the sea or in the sea.
No,
They-
no.
in fact, they don't live in the sea.
See, they can.
They just go for food there.
They
So,
just happen to swim.
yeah. So you're gonna have to probably read a book there.
James.
Penguins are the chickens of the Arctic, even though they don't all live in the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a bit of a long
Pretty good at
title,
swimming.
but-
I must tell you.
Yeah, pretty good at swimming.
Built for swimming. Listen, evolution, incredible thing. But they're just food, not very useful birds. They're like, do you know what they're like? They're like domesticated cats, not very useful.
Just look at you like they're plotting your murder. Those cats.
Dude, merch. That's going on one of the merch shirts.
What?
Penguins are the chickens of the Arctic Circle, even though not all of them live.
How do you fit that all there?
I like it, but it's a little long.
Word. It's wordy.
But that's the
is
humor
wordy.
in it.
It's wordy, dude.
That's the humor.
No. I like it. Let's get it on our shirt, because sometimes when an idea is in your head and it's not like, you know what I mean, written down, it sounds... You know what? I'm getting paralysis by analysis here. Like, we're in the brainstorming stage. Let's not... I've always believed there's no bad ideas in brainstorming. Let's put it in the think pot, let it simmer, and then once we get to the decision-making part, like, we've made one prototype, we can go yes or no. So let's not get caught up now in absolutes. I hear you, James. It's not a bad idea. It's actually not a bad idea. Let's put it in the think pot.
And it can even start like big letters and then go smaller.
Smaller.
As it gets
Oh,
longer.
okay.
And then at the bottom it says like T's and C's apply. Please. Blah, blah,
Those
blah.
shirts are a good pickup line. You won't believe the amount of time where those shirts, I used to like wear them, and then girls will come in, sorry, what does that say? Like whatever, that's the
And then you're in.
Yeah.
Mine, man.
So they're actually not a bad pickup line. So it might work. I mean, how many guys in here
Pickup
are
line.
single? Oh, no, Senzo's not single. It's me, C4, and just me and C4. So maybe we will just wear them. You guys don't need any pickup lines. You know what I mean? Unless you guys are looking to...
Diversify.
Or not even diversify, because you just never know when a team wants to transfer you out. You know what I mean? You guys are always on trial. Being in a relationship is always on trial. You know what? You know what's the cutest thing ever about when I was between the age of 13 and 28? I used to think guys choose girls. You are so wrong. And only now that I'm a geriatric like James Anderson do I realize, by the way, 2 for 2, 12, Stuart Broad rocking a headband, looking like the Karate Kid, mate. Geriatric, barely can turn the shoulder over. He's coming in. Labuschagne, 94 of 249. Steve Smith, Donald Bradman of our time. He did use sandpaper in Cape Town. Captain again. 10 of 49, 2 for 12. 2 for 2, 12, 81 overs. It's the Ashes. Day night, a pink ball series.
Wait, hold on. Kun Aguero made his debut for Independiente at 15 years and 35
this
days.
was a child prodigy.
Yes.
Outside of Maldini,
Grade 9.
like a lot of people don't realize he was the Maldini of Argentina. Like people don't realize that. When you ever, because like you said it beautifully just now. Who's the guy? Leo Messi, right? Leo Messi only kicked in 22, 23. Sergio Aguero kicked in at 15 and never stopped. He never stopped.
15.
Well, what does your guy say, James? Your favorite producer, DJ Khaled.
Another one.
Another one. From 15, he was saying, Sergio
We're
Aguero.
the best.
Shout out DJ Khaled.
Have you actually seen how like cringy he is in movies and stuff?
And DJ Khaled's always on that smooth look.
I appreciate you.
No.
Appreciate yo.
Ew.
And he does he's always on the
Hey, yo, Drake, man.
And
I've been trying to call you.
yeah.
I come out here to meditate. You must follow him on Snapchat. He's the funniest guy.
He's unbelievable, that guy.
He's the funniest guy.
And he always, those cool
think
guys
he's
who
like
always do the I'm squinting kind of.
Do
Do you know that? Do you know the one I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Like I'm kind of.
Light-skinned guys do that in
Yeah,
photos.
I'm squinting, and he's always doing the rub the hands, and he's always got. I love when he's always got the cognac and the 2-piece. What's that material again? Suede. 2-piece suede tracksuit. Way too
velvet.
big, and he's
Velvet, you
massive.
mean.
It's always the swag suit with high tops. I've said this before. How old is DJ Khaled?
DJ Khaled's like 40-something, bro.
At 40, no high tops. Don't let your friends after the age of 40 wear high tops. Do not.
I have a question.
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled's
no,
46.
You don't have a question.
DJ
You have a
Khaled's
question,
voice.
and it's another one. What you got, Jimbo? What you got, buddy?
Do you know what DJ Khaled's
Well,
name
hold
is?
on. I want to hear James's question.
So, the high tops thing, right?
Go ahead.
40 years old.
Yeah.
No high tops.
Or if you're my friend.
Yes.
So let me be very clear. Live your life. I'm saying if you want to stay my friend, I will give you feedback. And once you turn 40 years old, I want to hear, I'm wearing Jordans. You're not. You're wrong.
Okay. So this is me genuinely. I know people say asking for a friend to cover up that it's them.
you.
But this is me genuinely asking for a
Go
friend.
ahead. Go ahead, yeah.
At what age, now that I realized I know where this is going to go, at what age do you think people should stop wearing flat caps?
But you're wearing a flat cap now.
I know I'm wearing one currently, but I'm genuinely asking for a completely different situation.
Flat caps.
Yeah.
Like do you want a serious answer?
Yes.
18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah. At 18. After 18, you get a haircut.
Okay.
Or we're wearing like a cool trucker.
DJ Khaled's name's the best.
No, I'm serious. So why are you asking? Are you
can't-
going through some internal stuff at the moment?
No. Like I say.
Oh, sorry. Is your friend? Okay, sorry. Let's do the pretend thing. Is your friend going through some internal stuff regarding wearing a cap when they don't get a haircut?
No. So I can't actually. I don't know why I asked this question on the show because I can't actually divulge any details. About
Why? What happened? Oh, did his girlfriend leave him? James, there's something saucy in here. Did his girlfriend say, "Grow up"? You don't have to say who it is. Just tell me. Did his girlfriend say to him, "Seriously, it's time to grow"?
No. It's not a girlfriend boyfriend thing. It's just about a person that I semi know through another person.
Okay.
Who is way beyond the age of
How old are they?
high tops and flat caps.
Are they my age?
I think they
35, so
around
I'm
your
35
age
years
or
old.
maybe a bit above your age. I'm not sure.
And still rocking flat cap.
Flat cap, yeah,
Married?
yeah. With
Married?
kids, with kids, yeah.
No. Oh, that's why he's not my friend. There's no way. And like as you guys know, I wear tracksuit pants to work every day. So I'm not swag guy. But we're not doing flat cap and high tops. Except your age. No. You know what? As the great Greta Thunberg says, after 30, high tops, flat caps, whatever. So James, I think 18, but on a serious note, 30. I'll give you till 30 because we all go through stuff in life.
Okay.
If you're wearing a flat cap after 30, how dare you?
Okay.
How dare you?
I'm with you.
What do you say, Senzo? I mean, you're a swag guy.
Yeah, the flat cap thing, yeah. But high tops I can forgive, but that's a conversation for another time.
No. Please tell us. As we go outro, what do you say? You think?
Depends, eh? You
Are you with
can't-
Sinisa Mihailovic and Shannon Sharp?
Yeah, but you can't like wear like bedazzled. There are colors you can wear, there are colors that you can't wear.
Oh, okay.
Can't be wearing like gold bedazzled. What are you doing gold shoes at your age?
Okay. No. Fair enough. It's just you won't be friends with me if you're wearing high tops.
Do you know what?
Or don't come to my. Well, you don't wear shoes in my house anyway. But
Do-
don't bring high tops to my house. I'll leave them at the front
Do
door.
you know what I actually regret? Remember those Ed Hardy tops that were bedazzled?
Yeah.
Why were we wearing those?
Yeah. Probably my favorite purchase that I've ever made myself was the Ed Hardy shoes.
Oh, the Chuck Taylors.
Yeah.
But those weren't bad.
But I didn't have the high tops. I had the low top ones, and then
Yeah, well, yeah, the low-
some scoundrel stole them.
Ooh. Oh, you must have been bleeding.
No, I know who it is as well.
Because those weren't cheap.
No, they weren't.
I'm pretty sure we called St. David's Ed Hardy High.
Yeah, because you guys couldn't afford it.
Well. Jimbo, poverty. It's a sense that it.
Yeah, they
Real thing.
I actually got. This is actually a funny story. We went to Mauritius, and
Whoa, who's we? The whole of the
family.
sense did
me
it.
and my family. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
sorry, sorry.
Yeah,
that's
because
on
it
me.
sounded like
No, although that school could easily pay for every boy to fly first class to Mauritius
Mauritius, yeah.
and stay first class. All how many there, Jimbo? 1,000 kids, eh? 1,000
say-
high school kids. Or how big sense?
Way less than just the high school, the boys' high school. I think the last time when I was there was like 750-ish.
That's still a big school. I mean, we only had 500 kids at my school.
Yeah,
Anyway.
same.
Is it in the high school?
500, right?
You got a prep as well.
Yeah.
David has a prep, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So sorry, Mauritius.
Yeah, so I went to Mauritius with my family, and it was like around that time where Ed Hardy was like a thing.
Yeah.
Right. And we went to this like street market thingy, and literally every second stall had like either an Ed Hardy knockoff cap or like a shirt, and there was like bedazzled stuff. And thinking back on it now, there was a lot of like bedazzling in fashion at some point.
Even now, bruh. You remember Von Dutch?
Von Dutch. Yo, that was
Like a cap boy.
every douchebag boys' school guy. Von Dutch.
Von Dutch boy.
And douchebag, and always the guy with lots of ladies after him for whatever reason. Von Dutch. The shirt.
Cap.
Von Dutch. 20, James. 20. You don't need to. Uzi, Von Dutch. Stay away from those people.
Is Von Dutch like...
It's Ed Hardy.
It's Ed Hardy before Ed Hardy.
Ed Hardy more douchey.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, Ed Hardy was just, I think, common, in my opinion. But Von Dutch is just douchey.
And Uzi's got a bad rep.
Uzi is the other one.
Uzi needs to come do some
PR.
PR here in South Africa, because if you see somebody wearing Uzi in South Africa, you don't trust him.
Hey, protect your phone. Protect your phone. Once you see Uzi, protect your phone. That's a real thing. Hey, Senzo.
It is a real thing.
Yo. And if they do the... this walk here.
Oh, please.
James, can you... I don't know if we can get the wide so people can see which walk I'm talking about. But once they...
MKT.
And you see a Uzi shirt. Prepare yourself. It's the MKT Show.
You'll never see your phone again.
Two for 213, 83 overs. Labouche, 95 of 256 deliveries. Steve Smith, 10 off 55. Geriatric Stuart Broad coming in, bowling around 128k clicks an hour.
What's up with that Rambo band around his head?
Stuart Broad, huh?
That's just great.
But he's also, the thing is, you can't really get a handle on guys like that. You know, these legacy kids, because his father's one of the greatest cricketers England's ever had. So, you know, Stuart Broad comes in there with that license. It's like being the child of a diplomat.
He looks like a kid, Stuart Broad.
Yeah, he does. He looks like a... He actually, his body type now still looks like the tall guy who never filled out. You know what I mean?
And he's like a buddy. Like, he's like, what, 31?
No, 30 plus. I mean, it's playing his 150th test. This is his 150th test match. Stuart Broad. And you know what? And I think he's got like a 30 bowling average as well. Like a weirdly high bowling average. It's weird that he stayed around for this long.
Stuart Broad is 35.
30. So he's my age. What's his bowling average?
His bowling average is... Hold on.
It's like high 20s, 30.
27.8.
Like, that's not good enough. How has he played 150 tests with a 27 bowling average?
There's no one else.
Yeah, that's why England have been nonsense for so long. I mean, they were good for 15 minutes under...
Strauss.
Strauss and Fletcher, right? They had that 15 minutes where they were number one in the world.
Yeah.
And also, they brought it, the Zimbabwean bloke, Andy Flower.
Yeah.
But it's weird. Like, 27's a very mediocre test bowling average.
Yeah. For a guy who's supposed to be...
How many wickets is he at?
400.
That's not good enough. That's not good enough.
525, sorry, 525.
Okay. What's his strike rate?
Strike rate.
That's a terrible strike rate even.
Strike rate is... Doesn't say here.
That's not good enough. Well, no, whatever it is not good enough.
Okay, I'll find it for you.
He's only got 500 wickets and 150 tests.
I'll find it for you.
Because think of like Dale Steyn. Dale Steyn's played less than 100 tests, right? And he's got 434. Come on, man. England, what are you doing? Longevity. Although, like I say, Stuart Broad, and he's cool, and I commend him for his long career. But I mean, come on, England. How...
Strike. Guess what Stuart Broad's strike rate is? You'll be
60.
56.9.
That's not good enough. That means he's taking a wicket every 10 overs.
Yeah.
How is that a frontline bowler for 150? Do you know what? Jacques Kallis is as good a bowler as Stuart Broad.
Yeah.
So what is Broad giving you, actually, other than being Chris Broad's son? It's crazy.
Nah, that's not... Yeah.
But I guess, listen, there is another underestimated thing. You don't just let a guy like that hang around. He must be the ultimate pro. Because you don't last 150 tests. He must be a culture-setting guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being what's it, his dad's name is Chris Broad. Anyway, whatever his dad's name is, like legend, and also was on the executive panel, by the way, at for English cricket. So, but whatever is Stuart Broad must have that thing. You know, some guys have that thing where men will follow them.
Yeah.
You don't just get to hang around for 150 tests, bro. I mean, and he's survived how many captains now? Michael Vaughan, Strauss, Cook, Root, and he's
Peterson.
Peterson, and he was always the guy. It wasn't like he was just a quiet guy in the corner. You can see Broad's got beans about him. You
can see he's
a lad. I mean, him going with the Karate Kid look here is, and he knows he's riling people up as well. He's got that British banter thing. So shout out to Stuart Broad. Test 150, a legendary career. Somehow played 150 tests with a 27 average, though. I do not understand. The great James Anderson also added now 2 for 217, 84 overs. He's bowling at about 120 clicks, mate. Super slow, super old. What did England think's going to happen, yeah?
You know, England, they got...
All right, let's talk about the Ashes, actually, while we're at it.
But
It's not good enough. 3 lines. Stokes, undercooked. Just came back, mental pressure. He said, it's too much, I'm taking a break. Remember what I said to you yesterday about the English bowling lineup?
Yeah.
I said they're too one-dimensional. Because you said, older, what's his name, Wokes had to go.
Yeah.
But you need that scare factor. Like,
Woods.
Sorry, Woods. You need that,
Mark
especially
Woods,
in Australia, you need that.
Yeah, you need that pace, like that raw, yeah.
Because what are you going to do now when Labuschane's anchoring in, Warner's anchoring in, now the great Steve Smith is anchoring in, now we've seen Head, what he's capable of.
This is what's going to happen.
And you know what's happened here? The ball's not swinging.
Yeah. And it's the night session now, right?
Yeah. And this is when it's supposed to swing. 2 for 217, 84 overs, man.
I see the new ball even.
It hasn't moved an inch. Now, geriatric James Anderson, useless. Broad at 132, useless.
Do you know what I want to see when Mitchell Starc starts bowling, what the ball's going to do.
Well, like, okay, that's one thing. What are they going to do about this now?
500 plus.
Now, Labuschane's 95 of 259 balls.
Dude, he's not going anywhere.
Smith is in now, 60 balls in. He's probably seeing it like a beach ball. They make, 450 here?
If they make 450, Australia only batting once.
Do you reckon?
Again.
Although, having said that, talk to me about this. Pat Cummins is now out of this test match, by the way. If people, Edge. Oh, he's dropped him. He's put him down. Labuschagne edges it. And you will not believe it. Josh Butler. Josh Butler, after putting down.
Again.
Catching an absolute, Head. Who was it that he caught earlier? A Harris down leg was an absolute screamer. He has dropped a sitter, by the way. 2 for 217, 84.4 overs.
He's dropped him for the second
But
time.
this is like...
a dolly.
This is... this is... Oh, no. This is terrible. Josh Butler's dropped the second one, folks. And it is a shocker. James Anderson, at his age... old people are grumpy. At 39, he's going to be even more grumpy. Old men are very grumpy. And Butler, head in his hands, he's looking down now. He's like, oh, my goodness, I can't believe it. You know... At his age, you don't want to be stressing James Anderson's heart out like this. Could have Kun Aguero issues.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
He's very old as James Anderson. It's a terrible drop by Butler. And Labuschagne now 95 of 261. But let's get back to Cummins. You know what happened there? Is that he's gone to a restaurant last night and he's come into contact with a COVID case, right?
Oh.
Okay, but guys, like, we're playing the Ashes now. What are we doing?
But also he's the captain.
Come on, lads. We're playing the Ashes. We like, you know what? If you just Tom, Dick, and Harry in the street, Tom, Dick, and Skumbuzo out there, I actually don't care if you do this. But where's the seichel to say, I'm in the Ashes, let me do everything?
In the bubble.
Everything,
In-house, in the bubble, yeah.
How many people get to play the Ashes, bro?
Not very many.
So think, you're the captain now. You must think. You must eliminate everything that's possible to
My
get...
question is that, like, does he come back and he's still captain, or do you think Steve Smith says,
I don't know if Steve Smith is in that position following...
I'm back?
Nah, he's not in that position. I think before Sandpaper Gate, maybe we can have a little tussle. Nah, but now, because Cummins, although...
But he's vice captain, though, Steve Smith.
Yeah, no, he is.
So maybe this was all part of the plan. Steve Smith sent that guy. Steve Smith said, my boy.
Yeah,
go. Paddy's so naive, he doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Because Pat Cummins looks like he's clueless.
Like, just happy to be there. Oh, man, I can't believe it's the Ashes, man. I'm a fast bowler.
I'm a fast bowler.
I'm Pat Cummins, man.
I
just love cricket, man.
I think Steve Smith still talks in huddles. Okay, Paddy, yeah, the camera's off now.
Yeah.
Let the real gents talk.
Yeah. A Warner gets in there.
Listen, Mitchell, you're gonna go first.
Yeah.
You and Hazy.
Yeah.
First up front, and then we'll throw Nate the ball if it's not doing anything, and then
Yeah.
Paddy, you'll come on after that, and then
Like the real team talk. There's two team talks. One for camera, one that we had in the change room.
Him and Warner, I'm telling you, him and Warner still right.
Warner looks like a lad, eh?
He runs.
I would love to hang out with
Sandpaper Gate was his idea.
I know.
And
I was there, by the way. Did I tell you that? I was in Cape Town.
Yeah.
No.
A friend of mine, he went to St. Stadiums, by the way. You know when they were coming off the field, it was like, hey, was it you cheating? Was it you? And he's got his camera on them. Come on, man. Stop cheating. That's not cricket, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, no, David Warner looks like the guy.
But he started the sandpaper thing.
No, but he's the guy. You can see, like, some guys just have that thing. I think Warner's the guy.
Warner's probably that guy in the slips.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you've heard him before. You probably had to tone it down now. But like you said, Australia make 450. This is over.
Done, bro.
It's not swinging now. It's 2 for 220, mate. Labuschagne, 95, 262
Because, you know,
deliveries.
if Joe Root doesn't make 150, England have got no chance.
But what do you think of this Cummins thing, dude? Like, why wouldn't you just be isolated yourself? Why are you going to a restaurant in a pandemic when you know...
The night before the Ashes. I mean, the night before a test match.
Yes. Like, why isn't he not staying at home?
In the hotel, you know what I mean?
Because I'm all for people like you and me in the streets, normal people saying, oh, my human rights, bro. But when you're a sportsman, pal, just be uncomfortable for 10 years.
Yeah, public figure, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Play the game.
To whom much is given.
Play the game.
This is silly, eh?
Play the game, yeah.
And now for me, because I always say in leadership, I look for sort of self-awareness.
Yeah.
Where's the self-awareness to say, you know what, even if he didn't have COVID contact,
yeah.
What happens now? You know now, people like Senzo's mate, camera out while you're at the restaurant. Oh, night before a test match, there's the Australia captain at a restaurant in a pandemic. Like, why do you create the room for that?
But like, it's like one of my mates, like he's very famous and you know him. Like, he doesn't like when we're out, doesn't like order alcohol and stuff like that. Because he's like, look guys, even if I want to, you know, you don't know who's watching. And now let's say someone gets into an altercation and stuff like that. And even if it's not me, they'll be like, oh, because he was drinking and all that. And I was just like, it makes sense. He looks after his image.
You're the Australia cricket captain.
The most important job after the Prime Minister.
And you out here whiling out in a pandemic.
He's 26, bro. His vibes.
And whether you agree with whatever you think of COVID, it's like, okay, we're in that situation now. And is there a more strict country in the world than Australia right now?
Yeah, because like somebody coughs and then lockdown.
That's New Zealand as well.
Yeah.
That's old, what's her name?
Jacinda
Ardern. Oh, man.
You see that to move the fifth test?
I saw that. But you know what my favorite part is? I don't know if you know the situation. So Cummins has to lock down now. Like the huge news story. James, you're going to love
For
this.
how many days?
7 days. He's returned 2 negative PCR tests, but it's Australia. We don't...
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no vibes here. But now a big news story, breaking news story. Pat Cummins may have to move, or may be allowed to move to an Airbnb rather than a hotel to isolate. Just your thoughts there, James Ilsley. Breaking news. He may be allowed to go to an Airbnb should that clear Australia protocol. Just your thoughts. Just to isolate for 7 days.
But why?
What do you mean, but why? Why what? What are you asking?
But why?
Why what?
That's the only question I have.
Why can't Pat Cummins go to an Airbnb, James?
Yeah.
They're in Adelaide. He might want to go live by the beach. It's right by the beach. He's Australia cricket captain. What you going to do? Have him like a rat in a hole?
Honestly, in a hotel, they just...
I might want to go to a restaurant again, spread COVID again. Or get COVID. He's fine. He doesn't have COVID now. 2 negative PCR tests.
Cricket's an interesting sport.
No, Australia's an interesting place.
I mean...
It is. I've been there. It's very interesting.
Dude, my thing is that now, okay, cool.
What do you think of Cummins moving to a Airbnb from a hotel?
I know he's going to do it because, he's that guy. Also, he's a beach bum. He loves it.
So if you're Cricket Australia, and let's say he's requested that, and you know how Europeans are, my human rights, or anyone middle class actually in the world, is if you're Cricket Australia, do you make him pay for it?
Nah,
He's the captain.
He's the captain, bro.
Oh, do you pay for it? No, if I'm Cricket Australia, I say, mate, no problem, mate. I will send you the bill. Plus, you know what I'd do? I'd go Vincent Company vibes. If I'm like the head of Cricket Australia and I've got an Airbnb, I make him rent my place. So good luck, mate. Good luck to you.
My question is that, no.
Those are some immaculate vibes.
You know what I mean?
My question is that,
have a good time, mate.
Yeah, hey, dude.
Well, here's a, what do they call it? A frosty, or no, frothy.
A frothy.
Yeah, here's a frothy, mate. Good luck. Good luck to you.
But remember
Got a
when...
Foster's.
Remember when Brett Lee was playing in the IPL?
Oh, boy. What about that?
He was part of a band.
Very much so. Him and probably the most famous actress, that's when they...
He was part of a band.
Yeah, and he hit it off with...
Ashwara Rai.
Yeah.
My man, Binger.
No, but I mean, you've seen Binger, the blonde hair. Isn't he?
Oh, Bings.
He's that guy.
He's that guy, but he's a good oak, bro.
No, well,
I dig Bings.
he's on commentary from
I
Channel 9.
I love Bings. Bings is the man. He's
good
my
bowler.
favorite bowler.
No, he's the lad's lad. He's the oak you want to bunk
Brett.
with in boarding school.
Brett Lee.
Oh, mate.
What
He's playing the guitar.
Guitar. When we're not playing IPL, he was jamming it
Do
up.
you remember he was doing the Instagram vids at a stage? We'll try to get him on the show. I know somebody who knows him really well.
Bings. Oh, bro,
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, but he's the guy. Hey?
He's the man, bro.
He's out here playing the band, bowling 160 k's an hour.
Isn't Mitchell Starc married to Ian Healy's niece?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, hey, James, you were right about keeping it in the royalty kind of thing, huh?
Yeah.
Ian Healy, all-time great. All-time great. He's the all-time great commentator as well. Why is Healy not on here? I think those old Australian commentators aren't PC enough for today's era.
No, but Alan Border is fine.
But Alan Border is a head boy.
Yeah, true.
But because remember when Australian cricket commentary was sauce, it was when it was Beno. Do you remember when?
Richie Beno used to say something.
And it's a 6. That's a tremendous stroke.
Yeah, Richie.
And he's bowled him. And this would be like, James, I'm talking like World Cup final, by the way. A guy called Richie Beno, definitely a wig, like Pavel Nedved. His hair never moved. Great leg spinner. And this is how he'd commentate.
Yeah,
And
Uncle
it's a 6.
Alyssa Healy. Uncle's Ian Healy. Ian Healy.
Was he was he a commentator for golf in his previous life?
No. He was a tremendous leg spinner and Australian cricket captain in his previous life, yeah.
No, just asking because the way he commentates.
Yeah, no, so
Sounds like a
think of golf, but for
commentator.
cricket, in the biggest moments, by the way. And he's out. That's the test match. And Australia
bruh.
win.
Wow.
Richie Beno, absolute legend. Then it was Healy at the beginning. Who's the proper Aussie lad, man?
Tony Gregg.
Tony Gregg, sauce. No one liked Tony Gregg.
Chapel.
The Chapel, bro. Chapel is sauce and not PC, by the way.
No, Chapel's so Aussie though.
And who's the other the brilliant guy? Oh, he's gone! It's beautiful bowling!
He's in the hand.
It's beautiful leg, he's gone!
He's in the
It's edge out!
Oh, God,
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking
Oh,
about.
it's so frustrating. That's when Australian commentary was sourced. Now they got all these cricketers who are like pros. It's like Like Mike Hussey, I love him, Mr. Cricket, but he's so boring on the mic. So boring.
So is Marco. Marco's boring.
Oh, he's also head boy material. The only commentators I like are Kevin Peterson and Shane Warne. Because Warney has a full go, by the way. Like he's talking to his mates at the pub. And then sometimes they get Peterson in there. They must get Peterson for Ashes, man. I don't know why they don't have it. They got the lady is quite good. Aisha, I think her name is.
It's a Gua.
Yeah, no, she's excellent commentator,
crisp.
but she's a little vanilla. She's like, they're all too vanilla. And then Warney jumps in there.
Warney.
He's giving it the big one.
Have you heard when Warney and KP going together?
Sauce.
Yes. I think those guys commentate with some alcohol.
A frothy. You call it frosty, mate. Or what do they call it? Frothy.
Yeah.
Yeah, KP getting in there. KP doesn't do enough commentary. I don't know what that guy's up to, but he's winning at social media and everything as well. Just winning at life, that guy. He's got a golf course at his house.
Well, that guy...
In Kent, I think he lives.
He was with... who's this? KP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, a lot of people don't realize his lady's what? What's the band? She's a big pop star. He's money on money and on money, that guy.
Yeah.
KP, Kevin Peterson.
Peterson.
Hey, he's from where Sipo's from, by the way. Kevin Peterson. Maritzburg.
Maritzburg, yeah.
Terrible skunk haircut at the beginning, but
but he was making all the runs.
So Ashes over, huh?
I told you guys. 4-1.
You said 4-1. I said 5-0. I said 5-0. You know what doesn't make sense about the Broad Anderson thing? It's like...
Oh, she was part of Liberty X.
Liberty X.
Kevin Peterson's wife, yeah. Jessica Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah,
Peterson's doing it, guys. You must see his house. Listen,
no, I've seen his house.
And to have that house in England, you can't be a cricketer and have that house. You're a football player.
Yeah.
But then, now when you put Liberty X money...
It's a liberty.
Yeah, he's taking a bloody liberty, that KP. So shout out to KP doing it. Golf, and he's on the elliptical machine.
And he's always at a game reserve.
He owns one, yeah.
Yeah.
He owns one here. He's always in SA doing that. He's big into animal rights protection and stuff like that.
Right, save the rhinos.
Him, Boucher. Boucher's big in that as well. Mark Boucher can't really see out of that one eye because the bail hit him in the eye.
Yeah, jeez, yeah.
Yeah, that was ugly. But it's going to happen. It'll get you. That's what bails will do. They'll get you. They will get you. That's why the English and the Australians said, let's burn it and put it in.
He bailed afterwards from cricket.
Not bad. Yeah, okay. It's not your best work.
It's not my best, but yeah, don't worry.
There's something there. Again, I want to take the same approach I took for James. We're in the brainstorming phase. Let's not kill it while we're thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Don't worry.
We'll let it go through the process, go through HR.
Don't worry. I'm going to drop anchor and, grind it out.
No, I'm with you.
See out the new ball.
We're getting there. I think this is what the brainstorming process does, is throw everything out there.
Yeah.
That way all the good ideas, like cream, rise to the top. Also like a dead frog.
What does a dead frog do?
Rise to the top. You ever seen
Dead fish as well.
I don't know that. Do all dead fish? They do go to the top. But I don't know if that's applicable to all fish. But frogs, almost certainly. I mean, dead frogs everywhere. You ever had a pond at your house, James? Your mum have a pond at the house?
No.
Where's my boy Michael Clark?
I had a pond at home.
Does he still commentate?
It's too high maintenance.
Is that where you found all the dead frogs?
Yeah, lots of dead frogs. Too many mosquitoes around. My dad didn't really care. He was never here, really. I would like, Dad, this thing's bringing, too many mosquitoes. I don't care. I'm in Germany. So, yeah, but we live here. Yeah, well.
Weren't you ever tempted to keep one of them as a pet?
Frog?
Yeah.
I mean, I've loved nature since I was a small child. So I was a little adventurous. I would find snakes in the backyard, and if there's one thing about black people that they don't like, let me tell you now. Snakes, because Senzo, maybe you can tell us, what do snakes represent to black people?
Tagat.
Uptagat. What do you think Uptagat is, James?
And for those that live in...
What do you think it is? Give it a bash. But hey, yeah, Tagat, James.
Could I have a clue? Because I don't want to say something stupid and then it offends people.
No, but how would that change from, is he the guy in the wheelchair? So it would be on brand, actually, for you to say something stupid.
That is a good point.
Yeah, so go ahead, give it a whirl. Tagat. No, but it's just Tagat.
Evil.
Yeah, no, you're in the ballpark. So like, you and your people might call it witchcraft. Or in and around that. It's to cast a spell. Like Uktagata is... So let's say... Maybe since I'll hand over to you on this one. James, obviously, like I'll say this a lot, is that obviously now we're living in a time where Philip He met Tundi. They both went to, Bryanston Primary School together. Whatever. We don't, I don't even see color. Whatever. I just see a person. Now they're dating. Whatever. But one day, you must understand, one day is one day. I don't know if you know what that means, James. You don't need to. One day is one day. I don't think that needs explanation. One day, Nandi, Tundi, May, put some spice in your food. It's called Sheban Nafela. At this stage, I'll hand over to my associate, Senzo Sitebe. Sheban Nafela, give us the rundown.
Korobela, so like.
Korobela.
So now, James, when a girl wants you, right, they make you your food, and they put in something extra. In Jamaica, they call it sweet tea or whatever, and then you eat that or you ingest that, and yeah, you'll have eyes for no other lady but her, and they call it Shebana or Pegamina Pela. Look at me only. So yeah, that's how they do it.
So just be aware that these things exist. I'm not saying it's happening. Again, I don't want to be the news. I'm just reporting the news.
Yeah.
Be like, because what type of person am I setting people up to lose in life? I'm giving you the information.
Here's a fun fact. I just Googled this now.
Okay.
Besides, yeah.
But whoa, does this have to do with Sheban Nafel?
No.
Okay, but I want to come back to Sheban Nafel.
It's cricket talk.
Okay.
Do you know Michael Clark?
I do know him. Pop.
He was born in a place called Liverpool, but in Australia.
Liverpool, really?
Yeah.
What's the story there? Or is his dad?
There's a place called Denmark in Australia. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, so Liverpool in Australia?
Yeah, there's a Liverpool in Australia.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, we understand the British Empire pretty good at doing their thing in their time. I mean, there's in Newcastle where Sipo's from, where your people are from, Senzo, which was pretty confusing for a lot of Zulu people, I think. In the Premier League, I think a lot of them support that. Actually, Newcastle known as the Zulus, so the British Empire pretty good at doing what they do.
New South Wales. There's also Johannesburg in America.
In America?
Yeah, there's Johannesburg.
Is Johannesburg a Dutch term or?
Actually, Johannesburg.
It would make Johannesburg, huh? Because that's just Joe's mountain or berg. What would the berg part be? Because it's obviously a Dutch name.
Yeah, it's in California. Johannesburg's in California.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. The Dutch were there as well. I mean, Dutch...
Oh, it looks horrible, though.
I mean, if you go to the center of this Johannesburg, not so great either.
It smells like urine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just smells like urine.
City center. Like, a lot of Europeans don't get it, right? When you are in European or first world countries, the city center is the place to be.
It's a mining town in California.
In California, yeah. So, okay, the gold might have something to do with the gold rush. Interesting.
Silver.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they mine silver.
Is it?
Yeah. The town is frequently referred to as Joburg.
Like ours?
Bro, they bid everything about us.
Which one's older? Because now we need to know. America is a very young country, 400 years. Remember, we only became a republic recently, but...
The history of Johannesburg.
Well, no, that would be older. Theirs would be older.
The history of Johannesburg in America. Johannesburg was founded to support mining operations at Randburg. In addition to providing rail access, the region's first wells were operated by companies located in Johannesburg. During the first half of the 20th century, the Rand Mining District was the principal gold-producing region of California.
Okay, so it makes sense that it was linked to our Johannesburg, eh?
Yeah.
Is that what that's saying?
Activity centered on the Yellow LCR mine discovered in 1894.
Okay, so that's older. That's younger than our one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because when did those lads land?
Johannesburg was named by miners who had previously worked in the gold-producing region of South Africa.
Which makes sense. I mean, our guys landed in 1652. They probably, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right, good for California, copying us. Who knew?
So there's also actually and bear with me.
Go ahead.
Okay, there's also a Cape Town in California and a Durban in France.
Wow.
I know Cape Town in California because Travis Scott raps about it.
Travis Scott, is he the guy who...
Oh, is that the Cape Town he raps about?
Mm-hmm. So, Travis Scott, which one's he? Tory Lanez is the... I read an article that a friend sent me yesterday about the whole Tory Lanez thing.
And Cape Town's also in California.
No, that's what I said.
Yeah, no, that's what he said.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that bit, sorry.
Oh, sorry, James, he's not listening to you. That's disrespectful. How do you feel about Senzo not listening to you at all, James?
Just another...
it's by the coast as well.
just another... What day are we on? Wednesday, Thursday? Just another...
It's December.
Just another day, I suppose.
Are you feeling hurt, disrespected, not listened to? Is that a psychological thing, maybe from being the middle child in a family?
Originally, I did feel unheard, and hurt.
Do you ever get middle child syndrome, James?
No.
That's what you say. I mean, your brother seems to be getting a lot of attention. Oh, speaking of brother, right, let's get to it. Okay, now, because we keep forgetting about this. We keep forgetting about this, and not in my name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
James's brother has forced his mother to perform an act on her way home from the airport as though it wasn't enough.
Well, I mean, he can't really drive a car, so how's he going to do it himself? He didn't really force my mom to do anything.
Listen to this guy.
Performed that act.
No, but you can see... Oh, so it's...
Then cahoots. Same.
No, it's the same mentality.
Yeah.
But how else is he going to do it?
What the...
How would you do it?
Do what?
If you didn't have a car, what would you do?
Uber.
No, he wouldn't Uber, but...
But if I'm 17, 18, not making an income, how am I Ubering?
You're laughing. There's no way your brother doesn't have your parents' Uber on his phone.
I also live in Jeffreys Bay, which doesn't have Uber.
Are you sure?
100% sure.
I'd like to investigate that because a friend of mine was charged with getting... in fact, somebody you know. Your best friend's brother, who's Mr. Uber South Africa, actually was charged with taking Uber into that region. And I'm not kidding. I'd like you to check again. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Perhaps there's Bolt there or something. But he was tasked with moving it down there. So he did PE and in that region. Just check up on that.
I'll find out next week.
Wait, hold on.
I'm going and I'm very
So,
excited.
I don't know what activity...
I'll come back to it. But James, what do you mean? Ride your bicycle. J-Bay's like 12 meters big. Ride a bicycle. Can the guy not ride a bicycle? Is he Barrett?
I'm not. I'm not.
Oh, snap, folks.
Oh, sorry. Was I? Oh, sorry, Barrett. Was I not supposed to?
That's
Which is... the irony is that he teaches a spelling class.
That's what I said.
You guys are mean.
No, man, that makes no sense.
That's what I said. I say that to Barrett every time we talk about it.
Yeah, you teach a spelling class, but he can't ride a bike.
A very successful CEO and I rag him every Tuesday about it. In fact, this particular CEO, it's the first thing he brings up with brand new clients that walk in with him. He goes, that's a guy who's a spin instructor who can't ride a bicycle. Says it every Tuesday, without fail.
That means
to
he's
new
a-
clients that Barrett's never met.
That means he's a fraud.
You guys are mean.
How do you think Barrett's going to feel about that?
No, he's a fraud.
Barrett's a fraud, eh?
You have no business, and he's always inviting me to go to his spelling class. Now I'm definitely not going.
Maybe we should get Barrett on the show.
Yeah, let's get him.
Should we get Barrett on the show to defend himself?
He can.
Yes.
Should we?
Yeah.
No.
See,
maybe not
I don't know if I
defend
want to
himself.
share Barrett with the world through the show, though. Because I want people to meet Barrett for the first time. Because I think a lot of people don't believe me when I say you have to experience Barrett. You can't meet
You
him.
do.
He's one of the most exhilarating human experiences you can go through.
It is an experience, eh?
Jewish guy, didn't know who Judas Iscariot was.
You remember,
Edelstein, didn't know who Judas Iscariot was.
the guy that...
He says Lady Gaga taught him who Judas Iscariot was. That's Barrett Edelstein in a nutshell, folks.
Alejandro.
Having said that, Rain Man with music.
Yeah.
Charts. He can tell you what the charts were in 1970 on the 34th week. Rain Man. In here. It's in here. Fort Knox, that guy's brain with chart music and Kylie Minogue. Oh, guy cannot get enough of Kylie Minogue.
Because he's spinning around. Move out of his way.
This is called the MKT Show. Barrett Edelstein, just an enigma, that guy. You know, if you're listening, you obviously don't know who Barrett Edelstein is.
Enigma.
Yeah.
Ed
Edelnigma.
Wait.
Enigma.
No, I'm thinking something else. Because he looks like Jim Carrey. And who did Jim Carrey play?
Jesus,
The Riddler.
5 layers deep.
The Riddler.
Yeah.
And then the one clue when they're busting him is Enigma. And then, yeah, sorry, my mind is working like...
No, we're trying too hard, Gus.
That's doing too much.
No, but James, I use my brain to think.
Well, you didn't there. That made no sense.
Never mind. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Jacoby.
Are you guys going through a bit of...
No, I'm not going through anything, my friend.
Is there a problem in the camps now, guys?
Not at all.
Are we going through... Guys, well, what's the story
This
here?
is just how our banter goes. It's back and forth.
Is this just a bit of
Like a Leo.
the lads ribbing each other?
But like immediately after the show, we're just fine with each other. It's really weird.
Yeah, because I don't...
We don't take it personally, you know?
Wait, tati personal. Ale jega pelo, in other words.
Yeah, I'm not Michael Jordan.
In other words,
I'm not Michael Jordan.
he took it personal.
Michael Jordan can make... That guy used to make up things to get himself to that place.
MJ.
Bro, that guy was being ragged by a Cavaliers fan. Like, yeah, saying, yeah, take off those shoes. Without them, you play crap. Do you know what Michael Jordan did? He went and he flamed like 40 points.
Yeah.
And those shoes are like worth $1 million now. And he told that guy to...
I guess at that level, sometimes you do get bored, you know? Like, once you reach that level, is you figured out... He figured out basketball. Like, what keeps him...
Yeah.
What keeps the edge? He won titles. You know what I mean? Like, which is why I would imagine he loved Rodman. Like, I don't know this for a fact, but Dennis Rodman now brings something like a challenge to him.
Yes, but he did love Rodman.
Yeah, because he had to fetch the guy during the playoffs in Vegas.
No, because Rodman said, yeah, listen, coach, listen, I need a break, just 2 days. So listen, because he goes, look, otherwise I won't be able to play well. Like, I need to, just a 2-day vacation. I just need to go to Vegas and, just get it out of my system. Otherwise I'm going to come here and I'm going to stink the place up.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, 2 days. And then they signed Michael Jordan. They said, dog, if this doesn't work out, it's on you. Hey! 49 hours go. Jordan goes, no. Let me go fetch this guy. So he takes a jet to Chicago, from Chicago to Vegas, right? Knocks on the door, Common Electra's there. He's like, hey, bruh, come, let's go. You're late for training, come, we need to go to training. You know how electrifying that is, bro.
But he loved that. Because at some stage you've, like, I'm better than everyone here. This is ridiculous. Or you guys not trying. So...
That's exactly how he was.
Yeah, no.
Do you know Michael Jordan, actually... Because he speaks about, like, his gambling incident when they say, those guys, look, I was bored. And then I went to the casino with my dad. What did you expect us to do? We were bored. We just drove up to Atlantic City, just...
Because you must remember, Michael Jordan, by the way, for those who don't know, he used to play a full round of golf on match day.
Yeah.
On game day, he was playing a full round. I mean, how tiring golf is. 18 holes, bro.
Michael Jordan's a rock star. Eh?
No, but when you get to that level, it's like Aaron Rodgers. You see it now a little bit with him. I heard Colin Cowherd talking about it, and it made sense. Like these guys who figure it out, they get bored. It's what makes Tom Brady so exceptional. You never hear a peep from him. all team, all the time. And you've got to give Bill Belichick credit there. Like, people always give Brady credit. He turned Brady into this animal that could just keep it in-house, bro. Because, listen, people who think Brady doesn't have an ego, you're being ridiculous.
Yeah, honestly, bro.
You're being more ridiculous than Shanzia, or what's her name?
Zendaya.
Oh,
Shanzia. James. Shanzia.
Did you call her Shanzia?
what's her name?
Zendaya.
Sorry.
I knew you were talking about it straight away. Shanzia.
Sorry.
No, but you're right, though, because those guys are rock stars, eh?
And Brady just never hear it.
The most ridiculous story I've ever heard about Dennis Rodman was when he was dating Madonna, right? And the guy was in Vegas. So
Yeah.
Madonna was in New York, right? And he's busy there. The table's hot. Like, he's winning a bit of money because those guys were obsessed with casinos. So Madonna calls him, right? And says, listen, man, I want to see you. Like, you know, I need my loving. Do you know what Dennis Rodman made them do? Made them keep the table hot for him while he's going to go do something in New York.
Oh, so no one can gamble here.
Nobody can gamble at this table with that dealer. They kept the table hot for him. Because Madonna chartered him a private plane.
So what, did he come like, what, 2 days later?
No, he came like a couple of hours later. The table was still there. I said, these are proper rock stars.
Yeah, it's another level of living.
I mean, I laugh. When Michael Jordan had to get you, he's like, no, man, fam, this guy's been gone 49 hours. No, chief. Hey, let me go, coach, I'm going to go catch this guy.
But, you know, for most of us, that's a distraction. For Michael Jordan, he needs that.
Yeah.
Because he needs to feel like it's, because when you have a guy like that, people go, oh, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Jordan at a stage, I've won 3 titles now.
Yeah.
Like, what's left?
Repeat, yeah.
So now he's putting challenges in his own way to you know, because to start that engine that Michael Jordan needs to get started.
Yeah,
and
true.
I mean, that's a massive challenge. I mean, imagine that.
But that's how Pochettino must have felt.
With?
Maradona.
Yeah, no, look, that was a whole other thing. I think Diego Maradona, yes. No, because Pochettino isn't Jordan in that situation.
Yeah.
Maradona was Jordan with
yeah.
with Rodman tendencies.
Yeah.
What you needed was for Pochettino to be to be Rodman and Maradona to be going to fetch him instead of because that situation doesn't work if Rodman's fetching MJ.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Yeah, it's the other way around. So electrifying stuff.
But that's crazy. And Michael Jordan was like, yeah, it's all right. Like,
No, because but on a serious level, like I think when you're that great, he was bored. He loves that. He's in his. He won't say it. He'll obviously be like, "Oh man, Dennis, come on." But inside, he's like, "I know what people are saying is I can't win with this guy."
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right, because the thing is, like, you've seen Lost Dance, obviously, right?
I've seen 7 episodes.
Yeah,
I got a bit bored. I got to be honest.
Yeah, but like, they say, like, you know, Jordan, anything that was a challenge, he'd warm up to it.
Oh yeah.
He says, like, you know, because Jordan used to like to gamble, and then they say Steve Kerr and them, they'd play in the front of the plane like for $1 a hand, and Jordan would go play with them, not because he wanted their money. He's like, no, because I want to beat you. I want to say I've got your money in my pocket. Like everything to Jordan was a competition. Everything.
No, I mean that's what made him. You know, he had to win at all times. Unpleasant. Can you imagine playing Cluedo with that guy? Just all playing Monopoly.
Colonel Mustard in the billiards room with a candlestick. I'm telling y'all. No, it's not. And then he takes it personally. No.
James, you play board games?
Do I play that?
Yeah, I refuse. Don't. So for me, I just want to tell people, like I'm not being funny. People always inbox me like, "Oh, you'd be a great 30 seconds partner." Because I'm not gonna lie, I do know 1 or 2 things. I read
A
books.
couple of things. Yeah.
I'm a nerd. Like,
Yeah, same.
I'm not really a go out guy. Yeah. I hide behind books, right? So people always think I'm a good 30 seconds fan or partner. You're wrong, because I'm also maybe the most competitive person you've ever met. So I make things unpleasant for people. Like, if I can't win, I don't want to play. Right?
I'm also the same.
So 30 seconds, if you are an idiot, first of all, I'm quite intolerant of stupid people, right? Like, it's not a thing in my life. So if you don't know stuff, if you don't know like history and whatever, and the one thing where I always don't know is music. Like I don't know like pop music. That's a big problem for me.
Okay.
That's where I always flame out. But everything else, history, whatever, boom. I'm like a 4 out of 5 guy on most of those cards. because it's usually like history or sport or whatever, you know, or science. Like a lot of people get the science stuff wrong. I'm like, oh, gotcha, boom. But I make it unpleasant because if someone's stupid, I'm like, I make it a bit of a scene in front of everyone.
Yeah, same.
Like I make it like, what is wrong with you?
But the thing is, 30 seconds, it's not about, I've seen it's not about how smart you are. It's how you explain it to the person who's on
Well,
your
you
team.
need both.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's not being smart's not good enough.
Good enough, yeah.
You got to be able to explain. And just so James, you're 30 seconds or what board games? Do you play board games?
Yeah.
What's your thing?
Actually,
You're in a relationship. You have to.
used to play Cluedo quite a bit. That was fun.
With who?
Say again?
With who?
And his family.
So when I still lived with my parents, like if my mates came over, like we'd sometimes play Cluedo, or if we went on holiday, we'd play Cluedo or whatever.
What else?
We had the and it's not the same as the original. It really sucks. But we had the new age Monopoly where you had the bank cards.
Oh, I've never seen it. I didn't even know.
Yeah, so you get, instead of the cash, and that's why I say it's not the same, because like the whole thing about Monopoly is the cash, right?
So you can cheat.
This digital one, you got given like a credit card, and then you had to like do your transactions through this little machine that it came with.
What?
Yeah.
Nah,
So you
that's
can't
not
cheat.
cool.
Well, I mean, you can if you're holding the machine and you're supposed to transfer yourself $200.
You say
and you can
2,000.
just go 250 or whatever.
But Monopoly gets personal there.
Yeah, Monopoly, I remember that.
But like I say, it's like the original one's better with the cash and the
dog. I always wanted to be the dog.
When you buy the whole street now and then you're a bastard to people.
Yeah, you see people's real personalities come out in Monopoly.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about. It's actually about power. It's not,
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd see people buy Elof Street and then
Yeah.
Yo, you're on that old Monopoly, that old,
Oh,
the OG.
I cannot stand board games. Please don't invite me to board game evenings. It's so boring
Okay.
for me. So boring.
That was a tough decision for me to make, but I won't do it. Don't
You
worry.
weren't going to invite me. Yeah, and trust me, I am a terrible 30 second. Like, I was talking to it about this guy here, or Gareth Cliff. Like, we'd probably be great because he knows more about history than anyone I've ever met. Like seriously. And I know Firecracker, PhD, history teachers. Gareth knows more about global history than anybody I've ever met. And I know history. Like, I know, like, especially, hey, comes to European World War history. Come here. Come to this guy here. He knows 500 times more than I know about every part of history. And he knows every part of the world as well. Like, he'll tell you
That's awesome, though.
Asian history, South American history.
I dig people like that because, like, I like watch history documentaries and stuff like that because I find them very fascinating.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like people that's
Listen, somebody who we work with says they were on holiday with Gareth and it was in Italy and they were driving on a boat past a certain house and he said to the boat, whoa, stop, that's the house Napoleon was born in.
Sorry. Did you say they were driving on a boat?
Yeah, well, what do you do? Sail. What do you do on a speedboat? Are you not driving a
you
speedboat?
drive it.
You're probably riding or sailing it. You're not driving
Don't
a
sail
boat,
a
are you?
speedboat. Have you not seen the movie Speed?
Yeah, but you don't drive a boat, do you?
Well, what are you doing? Well, what's the captain doing on a speedboat? What do you call that? Is it steering?
I don't
Did
think
you say
it's
steering?
driving.
Well, what do you call what a captain's doing on a speedboat then?
Captain.
Steering the ship.
Captaining.
Steering. Captaining. Okay. No, sorry. You're 100% right. Can't drive a boat. Can't drive a speedboat. You're what are you doing?
Captaining.
Captaining.
It's
Go ahead,
just
Jen.
like post-assessoring.
Senzo seems to have something for us there.
Both. When you go sailing, you are sailing the boat. When you are actually at the wheel or Tyler or a helmsman, you are driving.
Life makes no sense. I give up on everything and I apologize.
No, it's fine.
Anyway, yeah, that's whose house? Napoleon.
Yeah, anyway, so there's Gareth with this person. They're like, it's a random drive, by the way. Like, there's no... Gareth says, stop. That's the house Napoleon was born in. They're on a tour now. Takes the tour guide. Go in there. Here's the stuff that happened here. Now he's
taking the
same
tour.
person. They were at the Vatican. Gareth's telling the person who's taking the tour what actual stuff is. The person works there and is doing the tour.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'd
So it's like
probably be a good partner with Gareth, but there are very few people in the world like Gareth.
I think you and Gareth would get kind of irritated at each other.
Yes.
No, we would, but we'd win because it would you've got to be on. And we can both explain stuff because we talk for a living. So somebody like Gareth, maybe be a partner. But even then, it would be no fun because, to be honest with you, I generally win in 30 seconds and then it's
Yeah, same.
like it's very boring for me.
Me too.
But sometimes I get bad partners and then I don't win and then I'm like, oh, this is terrible.
Have you ever played Smartass?
No. I don't play board games anymore. Smartass, tell me about it.
Is it Smartass that I'm thinking of?
I don't know. You were telling me the story.
I don't know if it is, but there is a game, right, where you get 4 stacks of cards, and each one applies to, like, one says who am I, what am I, where am I, and then there's like some bonus cards, right? And you go around the board and you land on these spots on the board, and then you roll a dice, and it tells you which color card to pick up, and then the color corresponds with like who am I, where am I, like that kind of thing.
So
you read,
what would a question for who am I be? Like,
so
I killed a woman in Berlin in 1566 or whatever.
yeah, so it would start. I think
shouldn't
it gives you 10 clues if I'm not mistaken, right? And then it goes down the list of all of these key points of someone's life, like if we're talking about like Michael Jackson, for example, right?
I had a child sleep at his house.
Children.
Well,
In this case,
well.
hey, Macaulay wasn't home alone. You know what I mean?
Have no comment. Michael Jackson was a terrible idea. John Terry. Okay.
Oh no.
What am I doing?
Let's cross that bridge when we get there, if you know what I mean.
Haha.
Hey!
Nice.
Ho! Hey!
Steven Gerrard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuck his foot through a fork, by the way. No, got it.
Are all of these players going to have issues?
No, Gerard's fine.
Actually, that's a good example. Okay, so if that was more of a key moment in his life, then
Sleeping.
Slipped and let Dembaba go through and break the heart of a cannibal called Luis Suarez.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay. Who am I? And then it'll start with
Ruined John O'Shea's life. On that one day, he was 17, 18. How old was he?
Yeah, 18.
18.
He was so dizzy.
Oh, you know what's a good one with Cristiano Ronaldo? Got Sir Alex Ferguson to make the team bus wait at outside Sporting's ground for 2 hours while he was making sure that they signed him unofficially. In, let's say, 2001 or whatever.
Okay, so that's actually not a bad example, right?
Yeah.
So it would give you these 10 clues, and it's usually in order of which happened earliest in his career, right? I forgot the word. Anyway, doesn't matter.
So, like, got porcelain teeth.
No.
In Ronaldo's case, it would be like, because that would have happened pretty early, hey?
No, it would start with like...
When did he get the porcelain teeth?
Like now.
Oh, really? So did he have the ugly teeth?
No. He got braces first. And then the image started transforming. And now they glow in the dark now.
Like, he's gone full Bobby Firmino.
I mean, he dyes his hair. And wears a beanie so that the dye doesn't run.
Okay, but I get the gist, James.
Yeah, so it starts... I started my career with Sporting.
Okay.
Alex Ferguson wanted me at United. And then the last one will always say, my initials are CR. So that's always the last clue. And then you got to go around the room first to guess. Wins, rolls the dice, and then you move forward on the board.
Okay. And is it the earlier you can guess it, the more points you get?
No. So you have to guess first before everyone else.
No, that's what I mean. So do...
Yeah.
Okay, so whoever guesses at the earliest clue wins.
Yeah. And you can guess if the person's in, like... They're only like 1 or 2 clues in, right? You
know
can
this guy?
already start guessing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so, but why? What's the difference between so is it who guesses first, not we get points?
No, it's who guesses first. If you guess first, you roll the dice, and then you're the only one allowed to move forward on the board.
I see. Okay, sounds pretty cool. How many people playing at a time?
Say again?
How many people playing at a time? Like 8?
I think max 6.
I know what your favorite board game is.
None.
Chess.
I used to be pretty good at chess, actually, and then my friends got really good, and I was like, screw this. These guys are way too good. No, like...
Then you're Kasparov, eh?
Because he's the grandmaster guy, eh?
Yeah.
Who's the 13-year-old Japanese lady that's just unstoppable? There's a 13-year-old... Well, she's obviously older now, because I remember reading about her. She was 13, unstoppable. Boom, boom. I'm Rain Man. 13.
I don't know. I know there's a guy that has like a little bit of like a storming off session every
not
time
Japanese,
he loses.
Russian.
Chinese.
Oh, that's racist. Sorry.
13 years, 10 months, and 13 days. She was a grandmaster.
Yeah. When
In
was that?
1999.
Oh, she's not 13 anymore. How good is she now?
Oh, I think she's bored.
You know that.
No
You know
pun
those
intended.
You know those grandmasters can play like 15 games of chess at a time.
What?
Have you not seen these guys? Have you not seen where they're playing against different people?
No, so that's what I was saying.
Oh, sorry.
So there's a guy that I don't know what his name is. It might have been the guy that Senzo said. Just I have no idea. But there's a guy that's known for like having these little temper tantrums when he loses. He looks like some 40-year-old dude. And like he has these little tantrums when he loses. But in all of these videos, he stands there and then he plays. And then he'll stand up and he'll walk to another table and he'll play. And then, like you say, they do like...
No, it's a grandmaster thing. But you know, they're not the best in the world. You know, they practice against something called savants. So you'll often see these sorry?
Bless you.
But
Whoa.
they'll often go into the streets, right? And it's around the world, by the way. I know this from people who so these savants are people who may have kind of some sort of mental disorder around the world, right? But these guys will practice against guys on the street, by the way. People who you and I would consider bums, right? They were playing against those guys, and those guys are the best in the world. They're like Rain Man people, and they practice against them.
What?
Yeah, no, real thing. Look it
It's
up.
the youngest chess grandmaster is 12 years old in 4 months.
Hold on, let me guess what country.
Don't.
Korea.
United States of America.
Yeah.
Are they Asian?
Yeah. That's what stereotypes
Yeah,
do.
well, yeah.
No, James, you were half. Hey,
I
stop.
didn't hear what Senzo said. What?
Yeah, stop with your
Mishra.
wokeness.
Abhimanyu Mishra.
Indian. So Asian. I was halfway there.
Yeah. It is Asian, yeah.
Stereotypes.
12 years old.
So what is it with Asian people though? Do they just care more about school?
Yeah, well.
No, but like, why? Why? Well, why is this possible? Do the rest of us just have to accept we're just stupid?
Yeah, we suck, bro.
Because I mean,
This kid was born in 2009.
I think you know what I think. it is?
no, but are we just dumb, James? Like we have to become comfortable with hearing.
No, we're stupid, bro.
We must swallow a bitter pill because they're just human beings.
So I read a thing about this actually.
Much slower than an Asian person would have, but go ahead.
Yeah, actually.
Yep.
And it was saying how there's this thought process, one of many, within certain cultures where your sort of intelligence is... I mean, I know, like, sort of in the Western world, we take intelligence seriously, but in some cultures, intelligence is taken as, like, the sort of... how do I put this? Like it puts you higher in like the hierarchy of society or of your particular society, and they take that like super seriously in some parts of the world.
No, you've done a terrible job of explaining this. So it's called social capital, and it's very true that within certain societies in the world, and I haven't read this about. I mean, I know in Japan it's big, but I don't know this about China. But yeah, no, listen, it's social capital for families. Now I would imagine them because it must be cultivated. I don't believe in things happening by mistake.
Yes, you're right. It must be cultivated.
It must be cultivated
Yeah,
from when
sure.
they're children. It's like, but it's wherever Asian people go, they're the smartest people there.
Easily.
It must be family pressure, eh?
It is.
It is.
Because,
Also, no, what we can't discount is that we're morons. Like, we
Yeah.
mustn't take that off the table. The rest of us could also just be maybe Asian people
We're
just have.
cretins. We're cretins.
no,
So
but
that-
it's like you said, it is family pressure because the intelligence is linked to success, and success is linked to bringing sort of honor and,
To the family, yeah.
to the family. So it's hugely a family thing.
What do you think? Do you think Asian people go around the world and say, "Do you people not take yourself seriously?" Like, what do you? I've
I'm
always
sure they
wondered
do
what
that.
Asian people are thinking when they come to like America and South Africa.
Yeah,
I wonder
they're
if they
like,
come and say, "God, bafethu credit nenzani."
That's why they're building China cities everywhere.
But if I was Asian and I went around the world, right? If I was, for instance, Korean and I went around the world, I'd be going,
What, like, guys, what are you doing?
What do you mean you don't have electricity? Is like, did somebody die and it's you're shutting the country down to commemorate this person?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, explain to me in 5 steps. If I'm Asian, wherever I went in the world, I'd just take my people with me. Because I'd have no time for, Western people are so soft. Like,
But they
oh,
do
human
that.
rights.
But
So,
they do
because
that.
you know what we say in the West? What about my rights, bro? I'm so tired.
But have you noticed?
I would. If I was Chinese, I'd go around the world. And I came to South Africa. There's no way I could work with South Africans. No way. There's no way.
You'd lose it, eh?
No, there's no way.
You'd lose it.
I need to talk to more Asian people about this. I need to figure out what
yeah.
their secret is. Because what a lot of people don't realize about South Korea being the miracle that it is.
Realize?
Japan, China, and North Korea cannot stand the sight of them, and they are sandwiched between all 3. Japan tried to very recently. I'm talking like 70s, by the way.
Obliterate them.
Kia, Samsung, Son Heung-min.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
K-pop.
come on now. What? Must be the water. What kind of water, James? Do you know what kind of water they drink in
I don't know, but
Korea?
it's good for
Do
your
they
soul.
like in a bottle or whatever?
I don't know, but it's good for your soul.
Good for your soul.
No, now I just don't answer the question.
I don't know, but it's good for your soul. Senzo, can I tell you something right now?
Yeah.
That's absolutely brilliant what you've just done there.
Thank you.
No, thank you. That was it's good for your soul. What are you doing this Christmas?
I haven't even thought that far.
It's a week away.
I haven't even thought that far.
But is your family around? Are they traveling? Do you know?
They're around.
Hey, but black parents will surprise you last minute. Tina siyahamba, siyakhaya. Yeah, man.
Yeah, anything can happen with black parents. Eh?
They could. Hey, you know how they are. Tina siyahamba.
I mean, I know I'm spending most of my weeks or most of my days in festive here.
No, we
which
grafting.
is good.
Yeah, we grafting.
Which is good. This is awesome. We must serve the people.
The boys are grafting, but outside home, they've had a long year. They need us to entertain them. But you know
You know what I mean?
Got to serve the people. Well said, bro. So you're just gonna keep it chilled.
Yes.
That's the way to do it. It's the way to do
Yourself?
it. I'm working. Well, I'm here. I'm here with you.
On Christmas?
Oh, I don't know. Like I saw my mom already, so we'll see. I mean, I'll probably have lunch with people. Don't know.
Don't tell me you're spending Christmas alone.
No. I'll have it with family, friends, or also friends or whatever. Yeah. I've got lots of people that always invite me. So
My God.
yeah, my family's not here. My mom's in Limpopo. My sister's in. Oh, she's moving. She's gonna work at she's gonna be in Kigali now. What do you think of that?
Rwanda.
Yeah, no,
Burundi.
Rwanda. No, Rwanda.
Rwanda, yeah. Rwanda's Kigali, yeah.
Yeah.
Burundi's Bujumbura, yes. Yeah.
So my family's not here, but my mates. No, I've got plenty of people. They always invite me. No.
Okay, cool.
It'll be big meal time. But this is my last day here for this week.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to a wedding. I'm thinking of wearing a 2-piece Adidas suit.
Where's the wedding?
About 2 hours drive from here. James, I'm thinking of this wedding. Have we discussed this? Did we talk about it yesterday?
No, the 2-piece suit. Adidas suit.
Adidas suit, yeah. Because
Yes.
the way I look at it is, you already said suit. You said suit, tracksuit.
Yeah.
There you
No,
go.
in all seriousness,
With the formal
don't-
shoe. Because they said no sneakers.
in all seriousness, no. As much as we joke, please don't go to a wedding in a tracksuit.
Why not?
Don't be that guy,
Have
bro.
you seen Royal Tenenbaums?
No.
You definitely have to watch that.
Tuxedo t-shirt.
No. We
Don't
can
be
end the
that
show
guy, bro.
now.
Don't be that guy, bro.
I hate. Yeah.
Don't be that guy. Because then you're gonna look like
You
that
formal,
guy
but you're at a
that
party.
you're gonna look like that guy that was too lazy to make an effort, bro.
And what would that say about me?
Well, how important is this friend to you?
Extremely.
Exactly. So,
Exactly what? What about me?
Make more
How
of an-
important am I to them?
if this friend is really important to you, you would make more of an effort.
Is he right there, Senzo? Mm-hmm. All right, you might be onto something.
See, it helps to be in your feels sometimes.
So what you're saying is, I should wear a top hat with my tracksuit.
She was.
Gentlemen, good stuff
the
today.
down Monopoly.
Good stuff today. Jimbo, good stuff. Senzo, good stuff. Look after yourselves. Paolo's in tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I will be watching the show. You know, wedding's only at 2. I mean, what am I going to do from 12 till 2? Watch the show. That's the answer. The correct answer is. And with a top hat, now that James has given me that advice.
And a monocle.
That'll be awesome. I'm going to go look for one right now. It's a public holiday. It's going to be tough to find one. A monocle Adidas 2-piece suit.
What's a cane?
Oh my god, you keep upgrading it. I've already got the right shoes. Right? I'm gonna put these up here, James. I don't know if we can.
Those are dope though.
Right? So I've already got the right shoes. Take the laces off like Run DMC. I'll probably stuff the tongue a little bit. Top hat.
Monocle. Cane.
Do I get the cane with the inopgir?
Yeah. No, with the silver. Yeah.
But the curled cane?
No.
Like an umbrella?
No. Just the.
Does it have a knob on top?
Yeah, the silver.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Inopgir.
Yeah. And then.
What color? The dark brown one.
No,
black.
you guys are not thinking big picture enough.
Wait.
You gotta get one that has like a jaguar or a cheetah on the top of the.
No.
A puma.
No. Do you know which one you want?
A fist.
The one like Huggy Bear in.
Black Panther.
No, Huggy Bear in Starsky and Hutch.
What does he have?
Yeah, the one with the fist. So also it's a pandemic, so.
Oh, ga me out. As we go around,
And
Jimbo.
you must get a pipe as well.
A fake pipe. Oh, it's a lot. I'm holding a lot now. How do I?
No, pipe stays in your mouth. Jolly good old shot.
You look like you're trying to chew oatmeal.
Hey, listen. Oat milk, too sweet. Because there's a new movement in coffee. Oat milk. It's too sweet.
I said oatmeal.
No, I know, but you triggered something in me. I've been meaning to tell people because obviously a lot of noobs will go, oh, oat milk. I see you got that now. Don't do it. It's so sweet. It's so sweet on its own. Almond milk. It's the only way to have coffee. No sugar. No need to be a fatty. So cane, and then just so you know, there's a guy called Sipo who works in here. He's alerted me that we don't say hazard anymore or ninjan. Come by. And then with because it's got a fist, my cane will have a fist. Social distance. Come by. And then we're all good. It's gonna be awesome, guys. 2-piece suit. I'll send you guys a photo. James, thanks for the advice. The top hat thing's gonna take it over the top. Thanks a million, dude.
Over the top.
No.
Thanks a million, James. Because of James Ilsley, like my friend's wedding
Here's the top bloke.
will be me. Here's a top bloke. I'll be wearing a 2-piece tracksuit, and because of that face over there, a top. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining us for the first time on YouTube, please do subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend. Once we get to 1,000 people, I'll give away 1,000 rand. I won't decide that. You can blame Senzo, James, Sipo, or Welcome if you lose, because they'll decide and they'll vote and they'll make it happen for who wins. So I'm not to blame. I'm just the money guy, right? So 1,000 rand when we get to 1,000 subscribers. Do subscribe. Please do share with people. We enjoy doing this for a living. We'd like to keep doing it for a living until Jesus returns to planet Earth in whatever form is next. Ladies and gentlemen, for this week, it's been an absolute pleasure. But my name is MKT, and the MKT Show for today is the hell out of here.